All right.
Looking at the child.
That's better. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Hebert.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
All right, let's try this again. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hebert Zone. First podcast of the year. Before we start, I have to apologize. I know about a month ago I posted a video saying that I would be doing a podcast within 2 to 3 weeks. It turned out to be a fucking month, all right? And unfortunately, there was like some complications with it, and we couldn't quite do it on horror films. So today we're going to start with video games. Horror movies will go down the line. But today, we have a couple of my buds. We have Jordan Pebbles, also known as Rhino. Okay, you can check out his channel, which is Rhino Pebbles?
Yes.
Rhino Pebbles.
R-Y-N-O Pebbles.
Yes.
On YouTube.
And then we have our other buddy, Jacob Reyes.
You didn't do it for him.
Yeah, damn, I feel... All right. Okay, so the topic today is video games. I'm going to be sending this live stream real quick to a bunch of people. But the topic is video games. And for the first, like, what do you call it? The first thing I want to talk about is, like, the evolution of it, all right? Because, I mean, we have come a very, very long way from what the first game ever was. I mean, like, I can't remember if it was...
Wasn't it Tetris or the other one?
No.
It was the bars.
Yeah, it was Pong.
Yeah,
it was Pong.
Yeah.
Pong.
Yeah, Pong was, like, I think the really first one. I'm not too entirely sure.
And then it was Tetris.
No, then it was like Brick Masters or Brick Breaker, whatever the fuck it's called.
After Pong, I don't know.
No.
But like no, like it was but like it's evolved because like I remember fucking days where it was like an arcade cabinet where it was like nothing but like you had to go put quarters in the fucking thing.
Pac-Man.
We also talk about how the machinery itself was with evolution. Like it was a big ass machine, almost about the same size as a refrigerator. Yeah. Now it's about the size of a laptop.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, like we've gone like from like such a small little tiny fucking thing. I mean, we went from a ginormous fucking box that the only way you can play is by putting in a one fucking quarter to maybe two.
Yeah.
Now arcade games you have to pay like fucking $3.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
I remember my first video game. It was on a GameCube, and for those people out there, if you know Monkey Ball, you are real shit. You are real shit. If you remember Monkey Ball, man, like Monkey Ball was my shit. I used to play that almost. That's the first game that I remember playing.
My first game that I ever laid hands on and played was a old Nintendo 64 Mortal Kombat.
Hell yeah. No, the old school, right?
Old school, like pixel,
yeah.
Super pixel, and it's super weird. It's like Baraka's face was purely white to represent the teeth.
Yeah. Like, it was like what the fuck? Like, what, like, he was yellow as all hell, fucking had his hands out to here, fucking... like, what the fuck?
So bad.
I mean, I feel bad for, old schoolers though. Like that's what they had, and now they want nothing but the old games.
What I find funny, the humor in all of it is like you'll see a video game like during Modern Warfare 2 when that came out on like PlayStation. Was it PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3?
I think it was which one was it?
Which one?
About Modern Warfare 2.
PlayStation 3.
I'm pretty sure.
When it came out on the PlayStation 3, we're like, dude, these fucking graphics are insane.
My God.
And then Skyrim comes out and it's slightly better. Dude, these graphics are insane. Call of Duty Ghosts. Dude, these graphics are insane. And now we're like,
we're here, and they're like,
looking back, and it's like,
what the fuck? Exactly.
Like Skyrim, I'm just disappointed now, man.
We've gotten the taste of finer things, like Until Dawn. Holy shit, PT? Like, I know those are like primarily horror games, but like PT is so fucking realistic. The walls look real. Man, you can see the wood fibers and shit, and the roaches.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a friend texting us a live chat that we went to high school with saying Jacob looks like a caveman.
Oh, that's fine.
Who is it?
You
He looks like a
It was for
samurai.
No Shave November. Now I gotta trim it. and I've been very lazy at it.
Yeah.
You look like a samurai.
Yeah.
What's up? But like no, like okay, but seriously, back to it. Like, okay, we went from like something that we like literally fucking this tall. We had to fucking stand here, fucking jerk around a damn joystick and push a couple buttons.
No, it was
That was a
simple
shit,
concept.
Then we went home. Then the fucking first console was Pong, where you had to fucking twist it up and down just for the thing to go up.
Have you seen that little funny ass remote where it was like Spider-Man and his dick was the joystick?
Yes, I was like, what the fuck was that?
You had to push your thumb on the tip.
Can't wait for you to join too. Sorry, I got a couple people I met last night at the bar. Fucking awesome guys. They started to text.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Anyway, that's some good coffee.
Yeah.
We are presenting coffee. Wake the fuck up. All right. Anyway, okay. So, first game I can remember playing, absolutely remember playing, was Twisted Metal Black.
Twisted Metal. I don't remember Twisted Metal Black, but Twisted Metal on the PlayStation 3.
Mhm.
That was the shit, man.
I love every single Twisted Metal except for number 4. Number 4 is like, what the fuck?
I don't see.
What was
I've never.
Twisted Metal number 4. I think I've only played one.
Twisted Metal 4, basically, Sweet Tooth was granting the wishes now, and there was even a part where you can play Rob Zombie in the game.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Because you had shitty cars. I mean, like, there was literally
okay.
one that was called Meter Maid.
Have you? Okay, but do you remember which one I'm talking about from the PlayStation 3? Like the most powerful car was the one wheel. Was it one wheel or was it two wheels?
Oh, the two-wheel axle.
Axle, man, that shit like wrecked everybody in that game. That game was amazing.
Travis King he just wanted to know what topic it is. Topic is video games.
Yeah.
We are talking about right now. We're talking about the evolution of video games, somewhat. Yeah, I know. But like, what do you call it?
I know, right?
He's saying I play Twisted Metal movie made by Rob Zombie. Will be awesome, and yeah, that would be awesome. But like, no, like, Axel, he was a very good character, but for shit armor.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, you're exposed with 2 fucking tires.
That's a one-hitter quitter.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same with like fucking Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm, I mean, like, you're just riding a motorcycle.
Yeah. That's probably the weakest one right
When it
there.
came to PlayStation, I played the old Call of Duty, World at War, and then
World at War was
the Modern Warfares. But I also got into Spyro on the PlayStation 2. That shit was awesome. It was one of my favorite platforming games. And then fucking Ratchet and Clank. That was another good one. I never got to play Jack and Daxter, but I heard that one was good too.
Man, I remember PlayStation 3 being able to do the evolution of the
and when Skylanders,
okay,
yes.
So whenever Skylanders came out, man, I thought it was a whole nother world. Like you had to place them to get in the game. I was like, what kind of sorcery? How does it read?
When Skylanders came out, that was the only thing that I ever wanted for Christmas.
Exactly.
And when I
played it.
I was like, put that bitch on right now, fucking Spyro. You look stupid as fuck, but you're a dragon. So
Yeah.
fuck it.
So what Skylanders did you play?
I played Trigger Happy because who doesn't like fucking Trigger Happy with the fucking pistols?
No. I mean, like, what game of Skylanders?
I played the first one, Skylanders Giants, and then after that was it.
Giants.
Because they kept doing weird shit like Imaginators.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, and then the evolution of that, then they came out with, what was it, Disney something? Where they had to place Disney characters
Disney
on.
characters.
Yeah.
That one,
Yeah.
but it wasn't as better as Skylanders.
No, Skylanders never came out,
Skylanders
man.
jumped on the boat before
Yeah.
Disney could.
Yeah. Man,
It
I
was
was
still a fun game.
I was sitting there stressing, man. I would save the giant for the last. If that was my last resort, then that
It
was
was like
my
T-Rex, you're
Yes, man.
That was my
Everything
favorite.
else.
That was my favorite Skylander. Was
Exactly.
Tree-Rex.
That was the main one too.
See,
So, it was so cool.
see, they're talking about this shit. I never played this. So.
It's Skylanders.
It's such a child game.
Oh
my
It
God.
was so fun.
Whenever
See,
it
with
came
me-
out, if you didn't play it, you're not cool. You're
See-
It was
See-
like Beyblades.
See, with me,
They were in a small pocket of time. Like they were Beyblades were a thing for like 2 years and then gone.
man, technology.
Skylanders was a thing for 2 years and gone.
Exactly.
See, with me, when it came to video games, like my dad, I always played his PlayStation when growing up, right?
Mhm.
He only had 4 games, and I could only play 3.
What the fuck?
It was Twisted Metal Black, fucking Hitman 2,
Mhm.
and very rarely Vice City. San Andreas, I could play all the fucking time.
See, and then that's my problem now. Now I'm used to GTA 5, where if I play anything else than that, I'm like, dude, this is trash. Like, what is this?
No, I'll still go back and play fucking Grand
Especially
Theft.
the stripper graphics, bro.
I know.
You want to
the
see some
full
titties,
thing.
not some fucking blacks.
Exactly.
I'll still go back and play Grand Theft Auto, like old school Grand Theft Auto, because those places still hold a place in my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Grand Theft
fucking.
Auto, I never really played it just to go to the strip club. I played it just so I can be basically God and just fucking
Kill everybody. That was my thing. I would
It's like,
just kill.
if you have everything in your disposal, when you can literally buy a fucking tank.
GTA 4.
Who can fucking stop you?
So if I was in a bad
and the
mood,
mods on that fucking thing?
exactly. Now they have mods where you can be the Hulk. and
Yes.
shit. Yeah. So whenever I first played GTA 4, I remember days where I was in a pissed off mood, man, and I would go in my room, I'd turn it on, there was a hospital. That hospital is unbreachable if you hold a point and just keep on shooting everything that comes in. I would just kill everybody. But I would get all the way up to 6 stars, and whenever I died, then I got really depressed because all of my shit was gone.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then it took out, $30,000 in my account. I was like, God damn.
$30,000 just to come back alive?
I mean, I only killed about 500 people. I guarantee that it's not 30,000 is a lot.
I only took over a military base, a hospital, Central Park.
I would walk in the hospital, first person that I saw, boom, you sitting there, sick,
Oh
boom.
shit! I killed that. There's a Jaws Easter egg, right? In GTA 5.
Yeah.
You go out super far out
And
the
then
ocean.
yeah.
There's this big ass fucking shark, and it's, from what I can tell, it's like literally unkillable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in the water, it's fucking.
I
crazy.
forgot about that. But
Yeah.
that is an Easter egg.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's ever killed it. I never really looked too deep into it. I just thought it was cool.
All right.
Okay.
We'll come back to this topic a little later.
Okay.
Time to move into something a little new.
Okay.
For many people who used to watch the old podcast I was on called Zeke and the Buds,
Zeke and the Buds was fun.
it was fun. It was fun as hell.
I was literally on one podcast, I think. I think I was on one or two, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm busy because I have school." So
Can I still look those up?
No.
No, he took them down. Well, actually, no, there is
Isn't
one
it
I
on
have.
Spotify or some shit.
I'm not entirely too sure, but there is one I do have on like YouTube on my like thing that is still saved.
It was on SoundCloud, not Spotify.
No, it was on like Podbean or some shit like that. But, like, I don't know. Anyway, but like back in whenever I was in the Zeke of the Buds, I always had this one topic called Top 5.
Oh.
Now, since this is the first episode of the A-Bear Zone, and considering the fact this is one of the live streams,
First
since it's the live stream, I thought do a little thing. We're gonna have 2 top 5s today.
Okay.
2 top 5.
2 top 5s. One's gonna be right now. One's gonna be at the very end of the show.
And what are the top 5s going to be?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you the top. Okay. I'll tell you the one that's in the very end, so you have time to think about it.
Okay.
The one at the very end is top 5 video games you would love to see remastered.
Oh shit.
Man, monkey ball. Like.
all right. For me, but for the top 5 right now.
Okay.
Top 5 video game series that you will love to the end of the day.
Start off with number 5, work your way down to number
So it
1.
has to be series. It can't
Series.
be one video game that
Like if there's multiple video games, like if they're like
same franchise.
continuing on.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I don't even know, man. Into this.
Okay, well, there's a thing on my podcast. Whatever I say is true. Okay. Let's see. Number 5. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Number 5.
Do they have to be in order?
Yeah.
Or
So
there's
like,
no
number 5.
five
Number 5 is like the
series
one that
one.
you can. Number 5 is like the one series that if they never remake, one series that will always hold a special place in your heart. But if there's a better series around in the future, it will get knocked down. All right.
All right.
So-
I'm following.
All right. So number 5 for me has to be the Mortal Kombat franchise.
Yeah.
I love Mortal Kombat so fucking much.
But they're still coming out with more.
They're still coming out with more. Yes,
More,
yes.
but it's like it's repetitive. It's the same. It's like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is not on my fucking list because it's the same thing over and over and over. So they add a little twist to it every time.
Exactly.
That's it.
Ooh, sorry.
Okay.
Wrong pipe. All right.
Like, I love Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong. I love playing like World War II. It's my shit. But
Yes.
Like, it's
See,
the
I
same
play.
thing.
I used to have World War II, and then everybody talked about Modern Warfare.
It was-
I got Modern Warfare. Now everybody's talking about Cold War. And I'm just like, well, when is it gonna end?
It's like the WWE franchise.
I wanna
Every
be
year
with-
they come out with a fucking game.
Hey!
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying that's how
He
Call
loves
of Duty
WWE.
is.
You can't talk shit about.
I love WWE too, but I'm just saying that they're Call of Duty's doing the same thing that WWE does.
It's like NBA.
And they come out with a
2K.
game
It's like
every
NBA, NFL. Like it's just the same thing, different.
Yeah,
New
true.
graphics, whatever.
And just for a side note for WWE games, what I would like WWE to do is take a break from that shit and focus. From the shit that they keep doing. Every time when they make a WWE game, it gets slightly better every time. Maybe stop doing what you're doing. Take a 7-year-long break and make the best fucking game you can possibly
WWE,
make.
listen
That
to
would
this
be
man right
fucking amazing.
Exactly.
That would.
Because my favorite thing about the WWE franchise was making the worst, stupidest looking characters and then beating the shit out of people. Like I made one that was literally a fucking buff ass, small, like exactly 5 foot, like rainbow unicorn type dude with a big ass Irish beard, and he just ran on the stage and kicked the shit out of you.
All right.
I agree with that.
All right. Number 4, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
So they already remastered it. That's the only thing. Well, they remastered Skyrim.
Yeah, but they're making
a new Elder Scrolls.
Making another one,
Exactly.
which I'm afraid of because Xbox bought Bethesda.
Yeah, so that means it could only be an
PlayStation-
Xbox
I will flip
exclusive.
shit.
Yeah,
It's gonna be an
they
Xbox
were not-
exclusive, unfortunately. So
I
that's
mean,
like, what the
I
fuck,
guess
bro?
it's the same as God of War being
I
on
don't
the
think they're gonna do
PlayStation.
that. I think they're gonna do what Xbox likes to do a lot, which is like release it for Xbox players first and then PlayStation down the line.
Yeah.
PlayStation is just stingy.
I know.
I know they're never gonna release Spider-Man into the Xbox because it's only for Sony. Because Sony owns Spider-Man, so
Yeah.
they're never gonna do that.
All right. Well, the reason why I say Elder Scrolls is because I've always been a fan of like medieval fantasy shit.
Exactly.
I love that shit. I mean, that's why whenever I go to like a Renaissance festival, all you see is a freaking grin from ear to ear while I'm walking around like a freaking toddler.
I went to the Renaissance Festival and I saw a dude like dressed up as the fucking Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Fucking amazing!
So-
holy
So you
shit!
think that's terrifying though? I
And
went.
I saw Conan the Barbarian.
That was badass.
There's a Conan every single year.
Yeah.
But so I think I have the most terrifying story ever. Last time that I went to the Renaissance Festival, you know that frost giant from God of War, the new one?
Yeah.
There was a guy that he
As
was
a fucking frost
he was
giant?
15 feet tall.
Holy
And he walked
shit.
around, he was almost touching the trees, and I was like,
God.
yo, can I get a picture with you? He was like, yeah, man, take a picture. I don't care. And I had to take a picture with his legs, and then I had to stand back and take a picture because there was no way I
Do
could
you
be
have
like,
the photos on your phone right now?
I do not. Because it was transferred from my old phone. I had the Galaxy.
Do you have it still? Or
I
no?
do not.
Okay.
That's the only sad part.
All right.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
The thing is
That's so sad.
with me, number 4 and number 3, they keep switching because like the past couple ones I've been playing, it's like shit. But then I did play the new one, and I was like fucking happy. The Assassin's Creed franchise.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
fucking love.
Valhalla is.
I haven't.
Valhalla is fucking
My
good.
Dad has it, and he's been sending me gameplays and stuff.
I need to play it. I
You
want
can
it.
pause your game in the middle of whenever you're doing something badass, and you can take pictures while
It's
you're
like Spider-Man whenever
Like,
Valhalla, in my opinion, yes, it's fucking badass. But to me, still my favorite one is Black Flag.
Oh.
Black Flag. Black Flag was good. Like,
I do like Black Flag, but I don't know if that's my favorite so far.
Black-
That is badass.
You can cut people's heads.
Black Flag will always be fucking special.
I've already showed him this.
Yeah, he showed me this.
Show it to
For
me.
they won't be able to see. Okay, so basically, his dad took a picture of him fucking destroying an enemy by cutting his head off, and it's fucking flying off.
With his
It's
axe.
awesome.
Yeah.
And they actually get that. I'm a religion fan. Like I love everything about culture and religion, and I like researching about it. My favorite is Norse, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla does a really good job at keeping things within it. They add a twist to it, kind of like how God of War did, but they got a lot of shit right within the fucking
See if that helped.
So,
religion. About
isn't there also something that you can pick up Thor's hammer?
Yeah,
just laying
you can
around?
pick up Thor's hammer. You can get Excalibur. You can dual wield them too as well.
Yeah.
You can dual wield them. Like in one hand you have Excalibur, the other one you have fucking Mjolnir.
I need to
Just
play.
go to
I need to play it.
And you can get Gungnir, which is Odin's fucking. Is his staff that
His staff,
never
yeah.
misses.
So
Okay,
my
so
favorite
that didn't really
Assassin's
help.
Creed was Ezio. The attack whenever he was in Italy, man, and he was
Ezio was probably everybody's favorite assassin
so
character.
whenever
Edward.
Edward
was a good one.
yeah, but I'm just saying like the most famous one.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the Native American?
No, that's Connor. Edward was the pirate.
Connor was a good
Yeah.
one too. I loved Connor just because he could climb trees.
I will
and
say
he
this
was-
though, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was the Greek world,
I
it was
never
good
played that.
gameplay, but the characters were fucking shit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the graphics on that one looked like
They were okay. They weren't bad, but they weren't good either.
It
was like-
looked
was
worse
like a
than what the past was. I was like, ah.
But the open world and the combat shit was great. I
Okay.
loved it.
Okay.
Like you could do like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you literally fight Cerberus, the Minotaur,
That's pretty cool.
Medusa, and
That's
shit like
pretty
that.
cool. That's like God of War.
And you get your own ship, and you can put shit on it. Like on my ship, I literally have a fucking Hydra as like the ship ornament. So when people try fucking with me, I just turn around, and then they're like, "Oh, fuck."
Okay, so
What's your number 3? Oh, you already said.
yeah, number 3. Okay, number 2. I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit from this. The Grand Theft Auto franchise.
Okay.
The reason why.
Number
Okay.
4, I wish they would remaster.
4. Oh, fuck me running. We're going to have an annoying asshole walking in 3. Maybe a minute.
Be
Oh,
careful.
here he comes.
Anyway, but no, like,
3.5 sandwiches.
oh, look, there he is.
Top 5 video game.
I'm still in mine right now, asshole.
Top 5 video game series that I will love till the end of time. Very simple. First and foremost, anything Star Wars.
That's not cheating.
Exactly.
The Abrams' own special guest, his dad.
Second, let's see. Second would have to be.
You're the guest host, man.
Let's see. The second would have to be the Twisted Metal series.
Oh my god.
That's actually my number 1. I was going to say my number 1 is the Twisted Metal. It will always be fucking Twisted Metal.
Assassin's Creed.
What are you?
That was his number 2.
And for this is mind you, this is in no particular order.
Oh, you asked.
What you're saying?
I'm not putting it in any specific order because the games go, some games absolutely suck ass, but I still love them because they're a part of that series. And then there's the ones that are like,
It's like Mortal Kombat versus
no, exactly. Exactly.
Jesus,
and then you got
That's a great one to start off with.
and, let's see what I said. Star Wars, Assassin's Creed,
Twisted Metal.
Hitman,
Hitman.
the Hitman series.
Hitman
I
is
love it
super
because
fun.
you can either be completely stealth and only kill the person that you need to, or you can just be an absolute fucking psycho and kill everybody in the general area.
Hitman is really fun. I love fucking around with it.
It gives you that option.
It's like, and sometimes it's a super hard puzzle type as well. And you have to
Yeah.
you have to be smart about what you do because you have to make sure where you hide the bodies. Because there's some AIs that'll even check the closets and shit. Like some of the security guards will go look, and if they find that body, you're fucked.
I played the Hitman demo, number 2. Hitman 2 demo. And it was pretty okay.
I can smell it.
Easily on my top 5. I have no idea.
Wait a second. He hasn't finished his.
Well, no,
And I haven't
Oh, yeah.
finished mine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Also, I'm going old school on y'all's young asses. Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, fuck yes!
Completely honest, I don't know.
I'm
Well, see, you got to understand.
we are little boys.
Whenever I first
Describe
played Ninja Gaiden, the first Ninja Gaiden, which was the storyline was absolutely awesome, was on a Nintendo.
Yeah.
Not the Super Nintendo. The Nintendo. Yeah.
Nintendo
Come
64.
on, please, baby, work. And I got a little side note on those Nintendos. No two Nintendos ever had the same secret little thing that you have to do. Like, there's some people that have cars that only they can drive because only they know how to start them, right? Well, Nintendos were the same way. I had two different Nintendos, and I had two different Nintendos at two separate times. And one, if you had the game, you had to put it in, pull it out just a little bit, and then push it down to where, because of the games themselves had a little beveled edge on the backside, you had to push it down so it was in just the right spot whenever you pushed it down. That was the only way you could get any game to work. Then there was another one where you had to jam that son of a bitch all the way in and then shove a piece of paper behind it and then turn it on and then the game would work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no two were ever exactly
I
alike.
heard stories. So now
No two were ever alike. I had one where I had one friend who said that he had to put it in upside down and then put it in. And I'm like, why? I don't know. It just won't work any other way.
All right, but yeah, Grand Theft Auto is my second one because I grew up with Vice City and San Andreas because of that motherfucker. Do not use the white cup. That white cup is forbidden.
Which one?
The one with the black shit, like the black symbol on it.
With the Coheed and
Coheed and Cambria
Yeah.
emblem?
That one's forbidden from anyone except for
Brendan.
That is Brendan.
Chicken legs.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brendan, if you're watching.
Anyway, but like no, Grand Theft Auto always holds a special place in my heart. I always remember playing like fucking CJ and Tommy Vercetti, fucking destroying everyone. Honorable, before I already said my number one was Twisted Metal, but the honorable mention I was going to say was the Prince of Persia.
See, they're remastering it. They're remastering Prince of Persia.
My honorable mention because I didn't play the first two.
Yeah.
The one that I got into Vice City, the one that I got into Grand Theft Auto was Grand Theft Auto 3. That was the very first game that I ever played. So I can't really speak because I didn't play the first two.
Mine was number 4.
But I did absolutely love it, but it got a little bit tiring after a while.
Yeah.
They are remastering Prince of Persia, if you did not know.
Which
I'm in the
one?
store right now.
Which one?
I can't remember.
Sands of Time?
I have no
Sands of
idea.
Time. Was it
Whatever the hell it was.
Two Thrones, Two Princes, whatever the hell it was? I can't remember exactly which one.
I literally just told you I have no idea.
Well, I'm gonna have to fucking look at it. Okay.
By the way, Jared, you wouldn't happen to know when your brother gets out of school, would you?
3:30.
3:30.
Class 25.
He can just walk here. That's what I had to fucking do.
Well, he doesn't know to walk here. And he doesn't have a phone.
Okay, never mind. I was about to say, Matthias, if you're watching right now, walk home. But like, no.
Let's send a bird to him.
He watches it at lunch. It's not lunchtime.
All right, but like, no, like, okay, so that was my top 5. But the reason why I say Twisted Metal, I grew up with Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal was the first game I played. It was Twisted Metal Black, which I find surprising because of how dark it was. I was allowed to play Twisted Metal Black all I wanted, yet I could not play Grand Theft Auto without your permission.
It has to do with using a baseball bat on whores to get your money back after banging the bitch. Your mama was very strict on that. She's like, is he doing what? Because she walked in several times. And she walked in several times, and I'm over here like, and the car's over here. And she would go in, and she's like, what is going on? Nothing.
They're having an arm wrestle.
We're trying to find. I lost my phone between the seats.
They're trying to get their seatbelts off. They're stuck. It's an old car. And she's like, if I didn't know any better, they were fucking. No, they're having a very spirited discussion.
And
then you would hear ah, and then the chick would get out the car, and then I would get out the car and beat the shit out of her with a baseball bat, get my money back plus some.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, Jarrett's not playing this game.
But like fucking, we're talking about a video game where
like he's gonna know what to do.
I eventually found out. But like no, like
ripe old age of 12 years old.
Troy 7.
Yeah, 7. He was playing that game at like 7 years old.
Jesus fucking.
Well, no, I played Twisted Metal because like for some reason I just enjoyed the character Sweet Tooth, which was like literally the most fucked up character in the entire fucking franchise.
Until I was like 10 years old because we were poor and all we really had was a fucking Wii and small.
See, there you go.
But I will say this though, the Wii Sports and shit like that.
That was fun.
Exactly. I remember.
Was
man, I don't know if y'all played Wii Sports Resort after Wii Sports.
Catch it on fire?
No.
You better not be fucking up my brand new coffee pot.
I ain't fucking up your brand new coffee pot. By the way, my girlfriend bought the motherfucker for you, so shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Yvonne.
It's like I'm staring at a mirror. It's like the two Garfields in that second movie.
It's like
because of Yvonne, now I can have coffee while I watch Radar.
I cannot.
If anybody catches that reference,
I cannot.
What?
Did anybody catch that reference? I don't think anybody caught that reference.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said now I have coffee while I can watch Radar.
No, never get into that.
God damn! Y'all are too young. Get the fuck out.
Okay, but no, like seriously.
No, actually, it's not that y'all are too young. It's just your parents fucking suck and didn't teach y'all
Good
fucking movies.
Okay, so that was my top 5.
I really did not.
Eeny, meeny, miny, you ho. Okay, you go to your top 5.
My first top 5, man. I grew up playing the very first Batman. Arkham Asylum.
Oh shit,
dude!
Yes. I wish they would remaster.
No. This is the series. This is like this.
Yes. So I wish they would. Well, not just that.
Well, the remastered one's like way down. No, the remastered top 5 is like way later. You're talking about remastering that right now.
No. Oh,
I filled this up with the
so
names,
yes,
right?
Your top 5 game franchise later down the
Okay,
9
so-
hours or so.
So
Little fun fact.
Arkham
That's actually
series.
how Jarrett started this channel.
Arkham.
Asylum.
Yeah.
That
He
was
did a
my
Let's
first
Play.
Batman game that I played.
Did you do a live Let's Play? Or did
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't do live Let's Play. I
He was
just
doing a
did.
speed run.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was trying to do like break codes and everything.
I know. I
Johnson.
watched you rage the fuck out of fighting Bane.
Oh my god, yeah, that was fucking terrible.
Dude, but Croc.
Oh my
Croc,
god.
That scene in Arkham Asylum was just so scary.
Yeah.
And you heard him whisper, I'm gonna tear off your flesh, and then he
I'll suck the bone marrow out of your bones.
and then he just pops up and he runs after you. You have to time it perfectly, throw it at him, and then he falls. If you don't, man, you're just staring at death. Coming at
Croc
you.
is easily one of my favorite DC villains.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That's for a later.
Jocelyn, can you do me a huge favor? Find me the Nerf gun, because if he keeps interrupting, I'm gonna shoot him. He does this while he grounds coffee beans.
That's funny.
All right, so number 5 was the Arkham series.
Yes.
What's your number 4?
You know what? I don't know. Oh man. It's so hard to figure out.
Jacob, someone's saying calm down.
From where?
I don't know. Just apparently, calm down.
Wait,
But, like,
who said that?
Who said that?
They might be talking to you.
no, it says Jacob.
Who?
A fan by the name of Emily.
Oh.
Emily, I am calm.
That's what calm looks like.
I'm so calm!
Bullets. Also a nice, never normal hoodie.
Thank you. Somebody appreciates YouTubers.
Mama.
Thank you, Sam and Colby. If y'all don't know who that is,
I know who they are.
okay, well, yeah, they're my idols.
Shit. Okay, so I don't have.
Number 4, man.
Just gotta throw
It's
shit at them, man.
hard. I don't know. Give me some ideas.
Okay, then you got. Let's see. You got Motor Storm.
No.
You got
Storm was the good in the first one. The second one was absolute shit.
You got Battlefront.
Okay, that was going to be my honorable mention. I did. So, Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1 sucks. Okay, I'm sorry to tell
The
you.
new Battlefront 1 sucks.
Yes.
The original Battlefront 1
Yes, let
kicked
me
ass.
clarify.
Thank you.
The new Battlefront 1.
3.
The new Battlefront 1 sucks so bad. The online was okay, but then they came out with Battlefront 2. They came out with a backstory campaign, which is exactly what I wanted. The backstory was just shit. Like, if they could have made the backstory better, and Inferno Squad, like, you're just going to throw in
Isn't
some
it kind
people?
of funny that that's also the same
if I
way
could
with the Black Ops
interject-
franchise? It's like a gamble sometimes.
Interject at your own risk.
If I can interject, the main reason why Battlefront 1 sucked on the online play is because not very many games were actually doing online play
True.
on anything other than PC.
True.
So there was kind of a learning curve for everything from Xbox to PlayStation
True.
and even Nintendo at the time.
Yeah.
If the only way that you were actually going to get decent online gameplay was if you were playing on PC.
Yeah.
And I've heard that same thing coming from so many different people, but yet I've also heard that the online gameplay for Battlefront 1 was absolutely awesome.
See,
What?
And
you're like, but I'm playing on PC.
Yeah. So, like I said, I just wish they would remaster that series, man. But like I said, Battlefront 2, the online gameplay, phenomenal, man.
Yes.
You had, like, the graphics, the way that the ship could work and maneuver, and then in-ground fighting, you get enough kills, you get to become a hero and, like, literally dominate everybody on the
Yes.
game. I love that.
It's like the nuke of
Exactly, and if you become a hero and then there's a villain on the other team and you have a duel, you have a serious
amazing.
duel, man. But the campaign, oh my god, I just could not. I started, I love how they introduced all of the heroes and villains that
Honestly, that's kind of how I heard about that new Star Wars game that came
Squadrons?
out. No, the one where what about the dude?
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, okay, so I have that one too.
I've heard about the campaign. Was it good or was it
God.
bad?
It looks fucking amazing.
It had good aspects. For example, whenever, like, later on in the game, you get to build your own lightsaber, which that alone was pretty cool. You can customize and make your own lightsaber.
Should we tell them about what you're doing, by the way? Can we think about lightsabers?
I'm gonna be ordering a custom-made lightsaber in the future,
You bastard!
and this one I can actually use and hit people with.
What color?
See, y'all are like dweebs because in my day,
That's hurtful.
It's hurtful, man.
we made our own lightsabers.
This is custom-made.
What's more custom made than making your own?
Exactly. Whenever
When
I
we
was
were
little.
kids, we just grabbed a fucking stick.
Exactly. And then if
Don't make me go get
We did
my.
too.
Don't make me go get my Grievous blaster. I'll go get my Grievous blaster.
Fuck you and your Grievous, bitch. Anyway, no, we made our own lightsabers out of either PVC or drain pipe. We used all the same kind of things, with the exception of
His lightsaber color was so cool. It was brown.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, that's a special one.
Let me give Jared. Let me interrupt here while he's interrupting. Do it. Do it. Oh, there you go. I'm just kidding.
He missed. He was aiming for my nuts.
No, I was aiming at your gut because that I know I could hit.
Look who's talking, fatty.
Oh, you don't walk out.
At least I can still see my dick.
I can see mine.
Yeah, with the blue.
I don't even need a mirror. I can just look down and be like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?"
Okay, we're getting off.
You, on the other hand,
We're getting like,
Oh, good God.
there he is.
Oh, my God.
all right, now we're getting way off topic
To be
here.
fair, that was kind of your fault.
That's a big ass
That's a
bullet, too.
At the same time, he definitely hit it because It's a big target.
Okay, let's get off. Let's continue going the other way before we lose one of our
That big target made a
many
big
followers.
That big target made a big target.
Exactly.
Anyway, okay, Battlefront.
He's a much bigger
All
target.
right, so it's Battlefront. What's next?
Oh man. So besides the Battlefront series, I don't really know.
There's like other series. Okay, let me just give you like a list of series that's been going on, which I also forgot to say, which also was another honorable mention for me. The God of War franchise.
That's on my list. That's on my fucking
Then
list.
we got Fallout. Then you got Street Fighter, Tekken.
So for those people
Worms.
that are really big on God of War, I'm gonna say this now. I don't care for Greek mythology. But now their aspects and the creatures and the gods are cool, but I would rather have Norse. Now, and I love this new God of War game because I played it. Man, I couldn't stop playing it, so I just, I love Norse mythology.
Did I let you borrow God of War?
No.
Did I let you borrow Red Dead?
Red Dead Redemption. Okay, that's another series.
That still counts. That counts.
That is another series, man. I want them to continue that so bad.
Yeah.
And
Because
they only made 2 fucking games.
Exactly.
It's so good.
Technically, yes,
They
but
only made
still,
2 games.
Who doesn't
No,
want a
technically
Grand
3.
Theft Auto?
Which one was
it was Red Dead Revolver. It was a game that was made way before the first fucking Red Dead Redemption. It somewhat follows the same time. Like it's the Western game, yada yada yada.
This is totally different character.
It's totally different characters,
Well,
but it
then
still
it's not
follows in the same world.
Are they so they're in the same universe?
Yes, exactly.
The same time. Okay.
Well, see, like I said, wouldn't the Red Dead genre be considered GTA?
No.
Because
it's
It's more GTH.
Yes.
Grand Theft Horse.
Yep.
That's actually cattle rustling.
Trademark that.
That's actually cattle wrestling. However, you don't get thrown in jail for that. You get hung.
Exactly.
And
Well,
not
shot.
and not in the good way.
So it would be GHR, Grand Horse Robbery.
Yeah. Man, but yeah, so I wish we had more to that because all we got was a start of a story and then they went back and told the rest of it. I wish we could continue that because
What I love about Red Dead is that like not counting the other fucking Revolver game, but all it took was 2 games and it's so
so good.
cherished.
Exactly.
Like if you were a nerd that got into like cowboys and shit like that, that was your fucking game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
All right. So, and then you got let's see. Like I said, like there's other games like Fallout. There's fucking. I'm not counting Minecraft because fuck Minecraft.
I see my friends made me
Amazing.
download that. I like it, but if I play too much of it, I'm like, let me just
it's a game that you definitely have to be in the mood for. It's so much better on PC because there's mods. You can do crazy fucking shit with it.
Yeah.
But I mostly played Minecraft for the building because I did a bunch of pixel arts. Like I did Master Chief. I did like almost every fucking Pokemon. I did a bunch of shit. With
That's another series Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Not counting Pokemon Go.
You're gonna hate me, but man, the Pokemon that I remember is from the Nintendo DS.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It
that's
was
the one that
so
most people
cheesy.
remember.
It
Game
was
Boy.
so cheesy. I cannot get into the
You
Pokemon
said
games.
DS. Game Boy and DS are 2 very different things.
Yeah.
I know.
The very first Pokemon game that I was ever able to play because I never got my hands on it unless if I was at a friend's house, which still they wouldn't let me play because they didn't want me fucking up their character, was Pokemon Black and White, and that is why like fucking the Unova region is my fucking favorite. It's my fucking jam.
Yeah.
The music's good. The Pokemon are cool looking. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But
I do not like
there are definitely some Pokemon games that are cheesy as fuck.
Good topic.
What?
Video game music throughout the years.
It is just the Pokemon.
That was actually going to be the next video game episode.
Black and White. The Pokemon music for Black and White is fucking amazing.
There's only
Not a lot of people know this, but the very first, as far as I'm aware, unless somebody out there might
they can't see you.
Somebody out there might argue
Join
with
us
me
to
on
scoop
this
the
one.
cooches so you can.
Oh no, I'm fixing to have to go anyway. Not a lot of people know this, but if I'm not mistaken, and if I am mistaken, please correct me. Don't blast me. I think that the very first game that actually had a true soundtrack, like something that you could actually
buy a CD
of and listen to the music that was played on it, and had real, actual, legit music, was Grand Theft Auto 3.
Well, I mean, like
not Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Okay, well, Grand Theft Auto 3, like, I was listening to the radio, there was not a single song with lyrics. It was, like, basically the same thing with, like, Chinatown.
What he's talking about is, like, the
soundtrack.
very
It's real, legit music.
Okay.
Like, there's pieces from Beethoven and Bach. And, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's one from Vivaldi that was being played in the commercial for Grand Theft Auto 3.
Do you have any comments on that? If he was correct or not?
No, the last comment I got is calm down, Jacob.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Calm down, Jacob.
I'm going to be super calm now.
But the first one, but in my personal opinion, the very first video game that actually had a soundtrack that I would buy, not could, but would buy, was Vice City. Because it was set in the 80s and had an awesome, awesome soundtrack. And it also had 5 different albums, I think. 5 different albums for the soundtrack because it was all the different radio stations.
Speaking of soundtracks, I have the entire God of War 4 soundtrack on my phone.
I know he does.
I have the entire Brutal Legend soundtrack.
The entire Brutal Legend soundtrack? Or just select pieces?
See,
because if you have the entire one, you've got hundreds of songs, hundreds plural. Okay, he has it.
I see now. I'm gonna be.
That look says it all.
You can't. It pisses me off because you can get you can also get the soundtrack on fucking Spotify. But Spotify doesn't have every single song. They don't have "Die for Metal" by Man of War on Spotify.
And they don't have Angel Witch by Angel Witch.
I know, that pisses me off.
Or Bread Fan by not by Metallica, the original player. I know they have Bread Fan on there.
Yeah.
I'm also correct. They for like Five Finger Death Punch, they burn motherfucker. Rob Zombie and him sang that song, and they actually recorded it and made a different version of Burn Motherfucker, and it's not on Spotify. It's on SoundCloud.
I will be right back.
It, but it's not on Spotify. It's kind of weird. It sounds a whole lot better with the mixture of both Five Finger Death Punch and Rob Zombie.
I'm going to be an outcast for this, but I have the full entire soundtrack from Spider-Man Miles Morales.
No, I played it.
So, oh my god, dude. I don't know. Have you even played the first one that they did?
Wait a minute, time out. Have we even gotten over Jacob's fucking top 5
I'm
yet?
not done yet. I think I have like one more.
Oh, okay.
No, you had like 2. I think.
2 more?
No, I think
so, this isn't really a remastered, but this is a continuum. Since I'm speaking of Spider-Man, they need to continue the shit. Now,
Spider-Man 2 is coming now.
I know they will, because the end credits scene of Spider-Man Miles Morales, I wish you could play these games, but oh my god, man. But the soundtrack for Miles Morales, it is very good.
You know, this is a really good ass fucking soundtrack, which is also in my honorable mentions because I love the franchise and I'm sad it's dead. Dark Souls.
See, I never played Dark Souls. Dark Souls is too extreme for me.
It's so goddamn good.
But it takes, 5 hours to defeat a boss.
The problem is
You're dead.
I was stuck on fucking what's his nuts.
I don't know, because I don't play that. I played it like once.
What is his nuts?
Why are you looking at his nuts?
I'm trying to remember. That's why. No.
You remember people by their nuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who I am.
I have not. We ain't even talking about that topic, Mr.
No, we're
Rhino.
gonna get off of that.
We ain't talking about that, Rhino.
Okay, let's
See, this is why I'm never going to promote my shit to kids.
Keep on going. What are you trying to say?
The Nameless King. I was stuck on the Nameless King.
He told me
for
this.
3 months. 3 fucking months. It took me 3 months to beat that boss.
Well, actually,
That pillow right there, you can hug and cry into.
last school year, if he first period, he came in so pissed several days. I'm like, Jacob, what is your deal? And he wouldn't talk to me. He was like, Jordan, you want to know what the fucking problem is? I can't beat Dark Souls. And I'm like, whoa, like what are you doing? He's like, look, and he pulled out his phone and he's just like, he shows me videos of him trying to beat. He can't do it, and he comes in pissed as a hellstorm. Like, I mean, infuriated, and I'm just like, all right, man.
Like there was a day where I walk in, I'm all pissed, and he goes, Dark Souls? And it was like, yes, Dark Souls.
Yes, he came in a month later, and he just walked in. And I'm like,
and when I beat that
He's
boss,
like, no. And
when I beat that boss, I was so fucking
dude,
happy.
he came in smiling. He looked.
It was the best day of my goddamn life.
It looked like a smile was carved into his face, man.
It was great.
Yeah, so one day he came in and I was like, family issues? He's like, no. I said, Dark Souls? He's like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, all right, fair enough, man.
And he was talking about it, there was a day, he was like, how fucking hard is Dark Souls? And I pulled out my phone and I showed him boss fights on just what the fuck you do, and he goes, yeah, no, I'm not playing those games ever. Same thing with Sekiro. It's like Sekiro is, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong because I never got to play it, but it literally got Game of the Year whenever it came out. It's relatively new, and it's in like the Japanese world. It's basically a Japanese version of Dark Souls, where you play a samurai with, where he has to go fight a bunch of Japanese creatures and stuff, and there's a certain boss that's so fucking hard, and it terrifies the shit out of you because you don't even know you have to fight him twice. It's this big-ass giant fucking gorilla with a sword, and you literally start fighting this dude for like a good 30 fucking minutes because he's fast and on your ass all the time, and by the time you kill him, you cut off his fucking head. And then you're walking away, and then he gets up, he picks up his head and the sword, and then he's even more pissed off. His health bar goes all the way back up, and then he fucks you in the ass while you're trying to run away because he's even faster.
His issue with that game, my issue with my game was Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And you know about this, man. I had to delete the game because I deleted all the memory.
Mirac.
I know, it wasn't Mirac, it was fucking Ebony Knight.
Oh, the Ebony.
And oh my god, dude, I had like 5 houses and I had them all stored with rare items. Dude, I told Jacob, I was like, I'm done. He said, what? And I was like, I'm done with life. And he was like, what's the matter? I said, Skyrim can shove it up its ass. And he was like, what is your deal? And I said, I'm never installing that game on my PlayStation ever again. And to this day, it is deleted. And every single memory that I had on it is gone. If I installed it, I have to start completely over. Ebony Knight can shove it up its ass.
What's even worse is that's not even the hardest boss. There's a secret boss that you can fight, and his name's Karastag, and he's this giant god. He's literally, if I'm correct, he's literally in Skyrim.
And that's a mod,
Lord,
right?
No. It's a huge ass thing. You have to go all around Solstheim and collect these skulls and then bring them to this huge ice cave, and you fight him, and he's literally like the god of giants. And he fucks your day up.
So
he's ridiculously hard to fight.
Mirac was the hardest boss until I got to Ebony Knight. I was on Mirac for at least 5 weeks in total, because every time I would come home and be like, all right, I'd sit in my gaming chair and I'd just be like, all right, today is the day. Today is the day.
On your right, snacks on the left, just like.
And every day I come home depressed afterwards. I'm like, I'm just done, man. And so
his tentacles.
How I defeated him, I went and bought everything I could in every single town. All of the potions, all of the food, and I crafted my weapons, and I defeated him finally. And then I get to level 85. I believe that's what the level is, right? 85?
You have to be 80 in order to encounter the Ebony.
Okay, so I got to level 85, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And God, he just fucked me up no matter how much I bought.
He keeps throwing you off the mountain, doesn't he, right?
Yes, he goes, I'm just like,
The
what?
worst thing about it is that he has no fucking cooldown.
Exactly.
He has no cooldown.
He'll shout, and
That's all he does is shout, hits you once maybe, and then shout, and then you go flying off the mountain.
I would have to pause that game 10 times to eat everything in my storage.
And it still wouldn't be enough.
No, so I deleted everything. I was like,
Oh,
this game.
Jesus Christ.
The best way that I've ever beaten the fucker was that I had to restart the whole fucking game when I first fought the Ebony Knight because I had no idea how to kill him, and I was like, idea. I was looking at all the potions and all the armors and shit. I started a new character. He was an orc, so that way because of the perk he has,
the weapons.
he
and all that shit.
has the perk. Whenever you go into rage, you take half damage and you do double the damage.
Yeah.
And then I did all the companion storyline. I became a werewolf.
Yep.
I maxed out the damage to 100% for werewolf. So all my one-handed attacks and two-handed attacks as a werewolf were 100% extra damage. I went all the way to Solstein, got a ring that allows me to do more damage as a werewolf, double the damage, but I take more damage. And then I went to the Thieves
Guild.
The Thieves Guild underneath the Rataway, and I killed a dude that had the gauntlets that says all your unarmed strikes, so your fists, and for some reason it still procs werewolf hands, do 10% more damage. And then I went and got this one potion that I made. There's a potion that you can do that makes your fists do 20% more damage. I drank that hoe. Activated Barbarian Rage, had the ring and the gloves equipped, turned into a werewolf, and I one-shotted that fucker. If you get a running start, the calculated damage that you do as a werewolf orc barbarian that's raging, has the ring that does quadruple the damage, you do around 25,000 fucking damage if you get a running goddamn start. Then it's the one where you're running, hauling ass, using all your stamina, and do the crazy ass launch where you thrust yourself onto someone and hit them with both your hands. You do 25,000.
If you would have showed me
damage.
this by the time after I deleted my game, I would have probably.
You fucking insta kill anything. Nothing can fucking kill you anymore because you one shot everything as when you use that combo. You basically break the game without even trying to break the game.
I remember Brendan, he told me that he had a buddy who literally defeated the entire game by fucking
He made a wooden sword.
So fucking overpowered.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Yes. There's a way.
Fuck you.
No, it wasn't Brendan. It was Brendan's friend.
Oh, sorry, Brendan.
And it's this weird ass glitch that you can do. It's where you're making these potions and shit. You have to be master at alchemy, and there's a ring that you get that makes alchemy 20% stronger, and then there's a hat, there's a helmet, and a chest piece and gauntlets that make alchemy potions up to about 80% stronger than they initially are. Essentially, what you do is get a fuck ton of ingredients that you need to make these certain potions, and one of them is like armors and weapons that you craft will be 80% stronger than they initially are. And essentially what you do is there's another potion that you can make that says potions you make are 80% stronger. With those gauntlets that you have on, you pause, take all your armor off, you make that one potion. Then you drink the potion, put the armor back on, make another one. Now it's 250% stronger. And then you take off your armor off, make another potion. Not make another potion. Drink it, then put the armor back on, make another one. Take all your armor off, drink it, put it back on. Take it off, drink it, make another one. Yada, yada, yada.
Vice versa.
You have about 555, no. It's like, I can't remember the exact numbers on where it just stops working, but you can get up to like 98,000% stronger. And then so all of your potions will be 98,000 fucking percent stronger. So when you make a weapon that makes your shit 20% stronger and you use it and you drink that bottle, your weapons will now be 98,000% stronger. So when you make a wooden fucking sword, it does about like 98,000 fucking damage a swing. And so you can just make that fucking wooden sword and just poke. Everything fucking dies. It's a weird ass glitch. You literally break the game.
Bethesda, shove it up your ass.
Oh man.
Anyways, I'm done with my. It is now up to you.
I'm not sure if these would be in any order, but my number 5 because because the original God of Wars, they were fun. Nothing was funner than beating the shit out of things. But ever since God of War came out, God of War is now on my top 5 favorite franchises. And I can't wait to see what they do with God of War 5. I really hope they don't fuck it up.
Ragnarok. Oh.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, they're coming out with that.
Can't wait to see fucking Hrungnir, aka Fenrir, see how he plays out into the story. There's God of War.
That's your top. That's your number 5.
That's number 5.
Okay.
God of War is number 5.
Okay.
Number 4 would probably have to be Skyrim. All the Elder Scrolls games are so fucking fun. I never get tired of it, and even then, if you do manage to get tired, there's fucking mods that you can add.
Fucking Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon.
I do want to say, whenever they do continue the Elder Scrolls, series, I want them to bring back the dwarves.
The dwarves are still alive in Tamriel. They're just not in Skyrim.
I don't know what it is about me and dwarves, but
right here, bro.
I just whenever I see Lord of the Rings, I see myself as a dwarf, man. I don't know. Oh shit, my bad.
I'm gonna scoot this table just a little bit away from your foot.
I see myself as I'm destructive. All right. Give me an axe and I'll mess you up.
So after the Skyrim games have always been like a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Oblivion.
I love medieval shit. I love it. Number 3 would probably have to be.
Are you able to see him?
Yeah.
The camera's right there.
No, I was just making sure if nothing.
Yeah, I was actually gonna move this over so I can, because sometimes it's blocking me, so I'm just gonna move this over here. There we go.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, I know it is. Sometimes
That's what she said.
That's fine.
All right. Okay.
But I guess we'll come back to number 3 whenever you have it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? While you're thinking that, people who are watching, not you, Dad, because you fucking already told us.
Oh yeah, that's we're
people who are watching. If you'd like, tell us your top 5 video game
or
series
just
that
a
you
video
love.
game that you want to mention that we didn't.
Yeah, or like a video game series that you thought could have been on the list. Yes, we're going Watch Mojo territory up in this bitch. Oh man, there we go. I know. Looks good.
Looks good.
All right, okay.
Anything to add on the
series
that we
said? I'm getting to it.
You know the fucking microphone can catch that, right?
It can?
Definitely.
Yeah.
The Pokemon series would probably be number 3 because I just love playing Pokemon.
Pokemon Go don't count though.
I'm a Pokemon nerd. Yeah, Pokemon Go doesn't count even though I have the game. But
Mobile phone games don't count.
Hey man, Among Us is pretty fun. For those people that like Among Us. Thank you. Do you not watch?
He doesn't like it because he kept dying all the time when we first got it.
I kept dying and I was always the first one thrown out.
And when he was the imposter, we find out immediately.
Well,
Jesus.
Jesus,
So bad.
yeah, because you're sus. You can't be sus. You have to.
I'm not a fucking sus. I'm just
You're
playing the
sus.
game normally.
Your username was Pinlord.
What?
Because that's what I go by.
My name is YT Ryan.
Mine's Satan.
Bro, Satan, get him out.
Oh no, they're back.
After that, we're playing. We're playing this after this. Well, whenever we get home if we want to. We'll do a call or something. That's fine.
I'm down. I'd be down.
All right.
But the Pokemon franchise number 2.
Get the back on the camera. Sorry. I was just fucking with my brother.
Number 2 would probably have to be fucking. Shit.
Today, Junior. Sorry.
Fuck up. Probably the Destiny franchise.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Destiny's really good. Honorable mention is easily Dark Souls, the Uncharted series.
Uncharted. I didn't think about that.
Amazing.
Uncharted.
I'm so sad that it ended.
Okay, guys. It looks like we have a guest that's automatically fucking just throwing himself in here.
Just for a little while, because I have a lot of things that I need to do.
Okay,
I'm going to finish my coffee and then split.
the Dark Souls franchise, the Assassin's Creed franchise, the Uncharted franchise are all honorable mentions.
There you go.
All right.
But
I like
number
Uncharted.
one would probably have to be the
I do love Nathan
Wii
Drake.
Sports.
Wii Sports. Wii Sports. That's funny.
I do love Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake was fucking amazing. They're making a movie starring Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna be the young Nathan Drake.
I think that'll be kind of. I think that'll be kind of awesome because it'll be kind of like a nod to Indiana Jones because that's pretty much who Nathan Drake is supposed to be.
Yeah. Find treasure.
Only more modern.
Yeah. Exactly.
What I find
Not
really cool and fascinating is that there's Tom Holland who's going to be playing the young Nathan Drake. For the old Nathan Drake, I don't know if anybody's seen it,
Chris
but if
Pratt.
you go on YouTube, no, not Chris Pratt.
Nathan
Was it?
Fillion.
Yes, Nathan Fillion did an entire video of him being Nathan Drake, and he plays it
Firefly.
so good.
Oh yeah.
Like he
Sorry.
he loves the games and he loves the stories and he's such a fan on it. Like he
heard-
deserves to be
Nathan
Fucking
Fillion is okay.
deserves to be.
For reference,
Be Nathan
Nathan
Drake.
Fillion is one of the very few actors in this world that I can never fucking remember his name or who he played.
Wasn't he also one of those mosquito aliens on Rick and Morty in that one episode? Szechuan sauce?
Yeah.
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 And also
I
has
thought he was the mosquito alien, the one that was with Rick the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, but the thing is, but not just that, but he's also has like many appearances in fucking Big Mouth, which, by the way, I'm gonna fucking watch since it just came out. The new season came out
The new
today.
season came out today.
Today.
Fucking awesome.
Okay, so have you seen the new Mandalorian yet?
Yes! So we just watched it!
Okay, I have not.
Oh
so
my God.
Shut
No
the fuck
spoilers.
up. No
Oh,
spoilers.
That's why I said Boba Fett is now a badass.
And like I asked you, can I quote you on that? Because your whole fucking life, Boba Fett's a piece of shit. He's
He's a fucking overrated. He wasn't
he's an
overrated.
overrated character. You don't diss the fat boy.
Exactly.
Dude, it's bullshit. It's bullshit when a character who only has 5 lines and only seen as a fucking guy just standing around like a hired gun is more badass than a motherfucker like Qui-Gon Jinn who literally showed his full abilities and was a badass till the end.
I will. Okay.
Well, Qui-Gon Jinn was an absolute fucking badass. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Yet he's the most underrated
Never.
fucking character.
Yes, he is.
I'm not backing him up or you. I will say that Boba Fett, I wish they would have done more with him because
Yeah.
he
In
was
the original
blown up.
Wow!
He was blown up, and for what reason I did not know. All I knew is that he was a bounty hunter, and he
Because
worked for.
okay,
And I never
I'm
read the
coming
book.
from
The
I'm
movies-
coming
the
from
movies
that
didn't-
generation.
The
Yes.
movies did not give Boba
Exactly.
Fett justice.
Okay,
I did not
The
read the
first
book.
time,
Badass.
the first time a lot of people in my generation saw Boba Fett was in that absolute shit show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new guest, Brendan Steen, also known as Chicken Legs.
Forgot my water.
That's okay, you got coffee.
Wait, you already brew? How much did you brew?
An entire pot.
Good.
What about
Oh,
second breakfast too?
my favorite TikTok of all time.
Oh, fuck TikTok!
Hey,
My favorite TikTok of all time is this guy who's playing as a Russian truck driver.
I'm gonna go get me a
He's like-
refill.
He's like, today we're going to teach you how to be professional truck driver. First supply you need coffee. Second supply you need coffee. Third supply energy drink and coffee.
I'm surprised you didn't say vodka.
And also coffee.
Oh my god.
And also coffee. And last supply you need towel to put on driver's seat. Because if you hit deer in the middle of the night, piss everywhere.
That is.
Okay. So my number one would be
Oh, you found it?
I'm gonna move up the tiers because Red Dead would be number 4, and Elder Scrolls would be number 1 because I just love the medieval shit.
Okay.
So that number 1 would easily be Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Oh,
now that I think about it.
We were still talking about Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. Okay, the vast majority of people that
Squeeze me.
the vast majority of the people that grew up with me, their first experience with Boba Fett was from that absolutely horrible Star Wars holiday special. That was bullshit.
I never watched those, but I wish I did.
You are lucky.
I wish I did.
I watched it for the first time. I watched the Star Wars holiday special probably last year.
Yeah.
And I was cringing the whole time. And then I watched the making, the backstory behind it.
Right.
A lot of them were coked out. A lot of them didn't want to be there. Some of them were drunk. Princess Leia. Princess Leia. Fuck up! Princess Leia was actually. Copyright! The Princess Leia was actually drunk in the final scene, and you could actually visually tell that there was something wrong.
Really?
Yeah, she was just kind of, but the animation where you actually saw Boba Fett for the first time was terrible.
Yeah.
The animation was terrible. I mean, it would have made Hanna-Barbera cringe.
Yeah.
And this was in the 70s. But my first experience with Boba Fett was Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
In the movie theater, I saw this guy, and the thing that got me was the fact that Boba Fett didn't even so much as flinch whenever Darth Vader goes, "No disintegration," like wagging his finger in his face.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "As you wish."
Yeah.
Like, bitch.
I will say that.
Okay. Now keep this in mind. Everybody, with the exception of Princess Leia in A New Hope, pretty much was like, Darth Vader. And of course, Moff Tarkin was not intimidated by him, but and that's because who Moff Tarkin was.
Right.
And so that being said, I wanted to know, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then there were comic books, and there were books that I ended up reading over time. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a fucking badass!
Yeah. So,
And
the books.
And not a lot of people read those books.
Right,
Not a lot of people read those comic books. So obviously everybody who says, Boba Fett's not a badass, and you ain't read the shit that I read.
Yeah. So,
literally, now,
hold on. Did they even say his name any other times besides Return of the Jedi? Whenever they say Boba Fett, where?
No.
That was it. That was the only time that we knew his name. Was
The
Boba
only
Fett.
time that he was ever in the only time other than Return of the Jedi that he was mentioned. Now, mind you, his name was in the credits in Empire Strikes Back.
See, but not a lot of people pay attention to that.
No. You're right. Most people, as soon as the end credits start to roll, okay, movie's over, we're gone.
See, but now I'm not like that. Now I'm like, all right, hold on, we gotta stay.
But in reality, his name, the only other time than the end credits in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, whenever Han Solo, Boba Fett,
Yeah.
Was in the aforementioned Christmas special.
So that was it. That was the
our holiday special,
Yeah.
because it wasn't the Christmas special. It was a holiday
Get out
special.
of the camera!
they had it.
Fucking
They
yell at
called
me.
it Life Day,
Okay.
which I thought was kind of nice in the Mandalorian. It was kind of a tip of the hat to it. In the Mandalorian, where that the fish guy, whatever the fuck his name is, had mentioned Life Day in the first episode.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
The fish guy that he first.
The guy that Mando was hunting.
Yeah. The fish
That
guy.
blue guy.
it's right.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Is
whoa.
that me?
It's like, oh, I'm
I have a lot of credits. I could pay you twice what they're paying. You know, that guy.
Yeah.
It was a nice little tip of the hat to the holiday special whenever he says, "I was hoping to be back home by Life Day," because instead of Christmas they have Life Day.
Okay, so
But yeah, so that's why
But yeah,
I'm
Boba
kind
Fett
of
wasn't really a badass
in the movies.
In the movies,
So-
in the
on
universe,
screen,
he was
people-
badass.
But in the expanded universe,
Badass.
what I grew up calling it, the expanded universe, he was an ultimate badass.
So me being, I wasn't around that time whenever the comic books
God
and
damn it,
stuff came
Jacob.
out, so I never got the chance to read it. So for me, on screen, that's the only time that I've heard of Boba Fett. He wasn't all that, He was pretty cool. He was like, oh my god, that's
He
that
has
bounty
that
hunter.
badass armor.
Right. I'm like, who is that guy wearing
Jesus.
the armor? Like, he's a badass, but like, I never got to visualize what he could do, except for the
Well-
time he flew into that hole.
Well, the only person that I know of, and I just recently found this out from your generation that knew anything about Boba Fett's absolute badassery, is this guy right here. Because me and him were arguing. Well, I'm like, we were yelling at this guy.
Hold on.
We literally,
Time to talk.
mother, this is my show, motherfucker.
It's not. They're
No.
still talking. You said your piece and he sucks.
We were absolutely screaming at him because he's
We
like,
were-
Boba Fett's an overrated piece of shit.
Was I not there for that? Because I
No,
yelled at
this was like last weekend.
Oh my god.
Literally, this.
Last weekend.
We
And
were.
then I found out that he actually has read most
Yeah,
of the shit
so
that I have.
I.
You read it too?
Yes.
And he's like, no. In the movie, he's like, I'll give it to you. In the movies, he wasn't that badass. But if you read more about it, he was fucking ultimate
He
badass.
literally knocked out
Like
Darth
for-
Vader in a fight.
I know
He
that.
literally knocked Darth Vader out. And Darth Vader got so pissed off that
They
he
still
fucking destroyed the fucking planet that Boba Fett had been on, but he didn't realize that he had already left, and the entire fucking planet, boom. He brought in a whole shitload of Star Destroyers because, of course, the
I
Death
wish-
Star was already destroyed. But he brought in a whole shitload of fucking Star Destroyers and destroyed. Now, mind you, this is a very small planet. This wasn't Alderaan. He destroyed the entire fucking planet
Because he lost the fight.
because Boba Fett knocked his ass out
Okay.
and basically bitch slapped him.
So let me bring up another
He's like, oh,
thing.
motherfucker.
The
you
single
wanna try and get me
most
fucking
scary-
shit up.
The single most scariest motherfucker in the entire universe got bitch slapped by a single Mandalorian.
So let me bring up
And
this
he
point.
still got a
I am not.
And he still got called
Yeah,
back.
they still fucking hired him.
He still got
They
called
still
back.
hired him.
I am not.
I got called back.
I am not dissing.
That was horrible.
That was
That
weird.
was horrible.
As experienced Star Wars fans as we are, we have to worship George Lucas for doing what he did.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
But I will
I can
say
hear your beard.
this. I have never heard of Boba Fett doing any of this. So I wish they would have brought this to life in the live picture.
Since you already seen the Mandalorian and obviously you know what Beskar can do.
Yes.
Now, mind you, everybody's on the internet, and I'm going to sit here and argue, and I will argue to the death on this one.
On an episode where we're talking about video games, now we're switching to Star Wars.
Oh, it's a video game.
I brought up Star Wars as a video game.
Boba Fett is a Mandalorian.
Yes.
He is a Mandalorian.
By right.
By right, he is a Mandalorian.
He only
If not by creed, he is by right a Mandalorian.
And like his dad literally fought.
His father,
Wars.
Jango Fett, was an actual Mandalorian.
Right.
Now, mind you, Boba Fett was a clone and never really, far as I'm aware, he never really meshed and melded with any other Mandalorians.
Because he didn't
Wait,
want, he didn't rule. He didn't follow any rules. He did
Exactly.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think
Yeah, but he was a part of the culture.
Well,
His culture,
he didn't follow the principles, the
like-
law of the land.
the laws.
Yeah.
But he was by right a Mandalorian.
correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Boba Fett the only like natural born child? He wasn't a clone, was he?
No,
No, he was a clone.
He was a clone,
Yes.
but
Okay.
he was an unaltered.
Unaltered. Okay, that's what the word. Okay.
Like he was cloned as like a
He
child,
was
and then
he was cloned as a child and had to grow up as a child.
Most clones were
All the rest-
altered to like most clones that you saw fought during the Clone Wars.
They had a
were about 6
maximum
years old.
life. They had a maximum lifespan of maybe 30 years
Gotcha.
at
Gotcha.
best. Which their 30-year mark would be like our 90-year
Yeah.
mark
Mhm.
because their life
already-
cycle had
they
been
already come out of the thing as like a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were
okay.
coming. They were
Right.
coming out as
Teenagers?
like 6 or 7, maybe
I don't want
9-year-old
to say
child.
toddlers. I want to say what's the next step?
Seven, like a 5, 6-year-old child.
Elementary kids.
Elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were hella
But-
smart.
Getting back to the whole thing. Now that everybody knows.
Why is there water running?
Turn the water off.
Right.
Anyway, now that everybody knows what Beskar is, I've known about Beskar and what the mythos of Beskar, the properties of Beskar was since like the late 80s. Okay, now everybody knows what Beskar is. Okay, Beskar is one of the strongest steels, but also one of the rarest steels because it's only found on one planet
Yep.
in the entire known universe in that canon, and that's on Mandalore.
Yep.
And because it has those properties, think about this. Okay, y'all saw the episode. No, I'm not getting into the new episode, the one that just hit today. I'm talking about the
Jedi.
last one with the Jedi, with Ahsoka Tano. Y'all saw Mando doing this, blocking a fucking lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
That's how fucking
the
strong it is.
lightsaber, and then of course that the magistrate had the spear,
That
and
was
she
also
was
made out of Beskar.
knocking it around, just blocking the lightsabers. Okay, Beskar is one of 2 steels in that universe that can do that, and the other one, nobody knows where to find it.
Mhm.
Darth Vader had one pauldron that was that other steel,
Mhm.
and the rest of his armor was either Beskar or plasteel, depending on where it was on his
Because
body.
it was so fucking hard to get.
His actual helmet,
Mhm.
was Beskar.
Yep.
That I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
not his face mask,
But
his
the
helmet, the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a separate part.
His mask was
Yep.
made out of Durasteel, which was Durasteel, and of course the eyelids were plasteel.
Which ironically is a very toxic steel.
Yes. Well, there's a reason for that, and we're not going to get into that.
Which is how Darth Vader fucking survived, because if I'm correct on how he won the fight, he literally, Darth Vader looked
His
over,
armor was absolutely
over-
trash.
he looked over a cliff and then thought Boba Fett fell to his death, and when he turned around and started walking away, pulled out his blaster, shot him in the head, and the blast was, the impact
It just-
was so, it was so powerful that it dinged off his helmet, but he basically had a concussion and was knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's how he won that fight.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Now, going back to the whole Beskar thing, everybody knows, and it's been all over the internet
Mhm.
about if Boba Fett's armor is really Beskar, how the hell did he get that ding in there. Okay.
Correct.
And we discussed this.
Very, very,
At
very
length.
high caliber.
Now, mind you, okay, keep in mind, y'all know the blaster rifle
Yeah.
that Mando carries. The
Yes.
one where
It
it's a
literally
single shot
disintegrates.
and you're like, boom, disintegrated.
Yeah.
There was another bounty hunter.
Mhm.
They were both going after the same bounty.
Yep.
They got into a gunfight as to who's going to actually take the bounty because they both got the bounty at the same time and they were arguing about who's going to take them.
Mhm.
They got into a gunfight, like an old school high noon standoff, where, fastest draw. Well, the other bounty hunter had a blaster pistol that was the exact same kind, same caliber.
So 50 cal pistol, basically.
Basically, a 50 BMG pistol.
A
Okay.
space 50 caliber
A
pistol.
space 50 caliber pistol. And shot and hit Boba
Boba
Fett right there
Yeah.
in his head. That's where the ding is. That's how it got the ding. It didn't penetrate, but it dinged it. And of course,
I'm pretty sure
Boba Fett. That dude didn't have armor.
Boba Fett probably got knocked out.
No, he didn't get knocked out, but he got knocked back.
A concussion, probably.
He probably ended up having a concussion. He was probably puking his guts out, seeing triple. I've had a concussion before, so.
Stubble's pissed off. What the
Like,
fuck?
this is bullshit! How was that? I gotta get one of those. Yeah, but essentially, yeah, that's how he,
That shit hit different.
yeah, there you go. That shit hit different.
My stomach's in my head.
Flew back and he's like, I need more. I need more
but-
armor.
but needless to say, of course, we know Boba Fett won that match,
Obviously.
but not without. And he actually carried that as a badge of honor. Because essentially, he could have had it repaired, but he chose not to. Why?
To symbolize how strong his armor is.
Actually, no. To show people that he's been hit in the fucking head and
Yeah.
walked away.
Yeah, it's basically too.
Well, that's
not to mention
fear
the
on
fact that everybody knows that Mandalorians have Beskar helmets.
Yeah.
Even if
every
even if the
Mandalorian
rest
has a
of their
Beskar
armor,
helmet.
even if the rest of their
Mhm.
armor is durasteel,
Well, that's how he
plasteel,
started out.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's how
Mando.
Mando
That's how Mando
Exactly
started
like
out.
Mando.
Every helmet is made out of Beskar.
Every helmet is made out of Beskar.
That's why it's so crucial for Mandalorians to recover any lost armor and dead men.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that is like a badge of honor because this motherfucker tried to take me out. He had a badass fucking blaster, but
And
he
it
failed.
still did not work.
But he failed.
Okay.
Speaking of other characters that were like fucking underrated and like, because we were talking about this a few minutes ago, fucking General Grievous.
General Grievous was an absolute badass.
Yeah, but in the movies, he's like a fucking. Dude,
Yeah, he is a bitch.
he was a bitch in the movie.
He ran away.
all the fucking.
He
time.
ran away.
Yeah, he was constantly running away.
There is a reason for that, though.
But if you think about it, that's probably more not running away as much as a tactical retreat.
Because
Yeah,
he
but-
does that a lot because you got to understand, too.
Jedi have a
Always
power
ran
that
in
he
double.
does not have.
Well, and not to mention, they usually always ran in doubles. And as good as General Grievous is and well-trained he was, even Count Dooku, in some instances, had a hard time fighting two Jedi at once. Even though his lightsaber combat style, which I believe is Form 2, was designed for duels like that.
Yeah.
And he
Mhm.
still had a hard time. So even put in that situation, he still put himself out there. Like, he raided the Jedi Temple,
Mhm.
killed 3 Jedi, knocked out 1, stole all 4 of their lightsabers, and still captured the Chancellor. And that's the scene right after that is where the prequel, Revenge of the Sith, starts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those lightsabers he had were literally from that same invade.
But What I don't understand is that General Grievous in the books and even in the comics,
Copyright.
and even in the comics, it's like he was such a fucking badass that he was being trained by who? Count Dooku. And this fucker fought in the weirdest way, and he was so intimidating. He was fucking tall. In the books and in the comics, he's so tall he towers over you, and he's so skilled that he even fights. Literally does in the cartoon, and there was a cartoon network made by the same creator of Samurai Jack. He made the perfect representation of how General Grievous was, because in the cartoon he literally stands on his feet. On his hands, does a handstand, grabs the lightsabers with his feet like claws like shit, and fights with that shit. And he's not breaking a fucking sweat. And he's beating the shit out of them.
Robot.
Droid. No, I know. No.
Think a really fucked up RoboCop.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much exactly what General Grievous was. He was basically lungs, heart, and a brain.
Yeah.
That's about it.
This fucker.
Well, of course, the eyes
literally
and heart and skull.
He fought Jedi with his feet.
That's it. That feat in Star Wars, I think, is incredibly impressive.
Well, think about it this way. I mean, you're thinking only one-dimensionally whenever it comes to races.
Well, yeah.
Whenever it comes to races, you got to remember, Dougs walk on their hands.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of shit with their feet.
True that.
Yeah, but General Grievous, he's unknown on what his race was, because the only real way.
Well, no, General Grievous, his race is actually a race of warriors that actually rival the Mandalorian.
But
like
he's
legitimate
represented as a dying animal like alien.
Well, he was the last of his breed.
Yeah,
he was the last of his line.
Yeah.
Period.
What are you doing?
This fucker's like hundreds of years old.
And whenever I say his race of people rivaled the Mandalorian, I don't mean the Mandalorian creed. I mean the Mandalorian as a race.
Yeah.
Whose faces were actually kind of triangular. Their heads were triangular.
They were very similar to anatomy-wise, like sand people.
Yeah.
They're very what's the word I'm looking for? Very nomadic type people, very lived out like that, and they ran in packs like that, and they were extremely powerful warriors. But they weren't that many; they were a very small amount of them.
So they're very small.
As good and powerful as they were, they always just got overrun.
Yeah,
which is why
you're talking about the Mandalorian.
No,
the race.
Grievous's race. Grievous's race were they were essentially
taken away from you.
Grievous's race is kind of like your D&D character.
Oh yeah.
They were lizard-like.
Mm-hmm.
They
always
had.
Oh my god.
They always had a bone skull.
Yep.
As a mask. That's why General Grievous's faceplate
looks
like a bone skull. Yeah. Because that was actually they had in order to reach adulthood, you had to kill whatever kind of
like how the Mandalorians did, like how they get their signets.
Yes.
It was almost
they have to kill this animal
and take its
skull and create their mask in order to become considered an adult.
Yeah.
No. That men and women.
Yeah. No. I'm just like laying it out.
You sexist.
No. I'm not being sexist.
Don't bring that shit here.
I'm just saying, like, as in, like, Spartans, like, whenever they were kids, they were literally thrown out.
Yeah.
As a kid, and when they came out, they were a man.
Yeah, they had to suffer through the Agoki.
Yeah,
or a woman.
That's what I said. You said man as in mankind.
No, Agogi.
Yeah, with a G. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, can we get back on time? We're like way on left field.
But yeah, long story short, I feel like they didn't do General Grievous justice in the movies either.
Well, they didn't do Boba Fett any justice in the movies either, so...
I still liked Boba Fett. Like, I'm not saying that he's trash like he said.
Well, the thing is, whenever I'm talking trash about fucking Boba Fett, I always have to say this one thing with him, and he knows exactly where it comes from.
You diss the Fett, I will cornhole you with a lightsaber.
Exactly. Like, no, like fucking, back to the original topic of the show before we get more out of control because of this little baldy.
Fair enough.
Well, everybody wanted to talk. Everybody wanted to bullshit.
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand that, but like, to be honest,
Boba Fett and
What is our time?
we've been talking for the past hour and 30 minutes. 33.
Nice.
Pretty,
All right.
it's
Well,
pretty standard. Yeah.
I am going to have to go. I've got a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and it has been very enjoyable. Hopefully, I'll be able to join again before this is over.
But by the way,
If I don't, you can let go of my hand.
by the way, you never told me what car it was.
Oh yes.
What car? What?
Apparently, we're going to be rebuilding
Oh,
the
yeah,
car.
I asked him last night.
He
I
told
sent
me
it
about
to him. Well,
this.
early this morning actually. If he would, if he wanted to build a car with me, a screen perfect,
Off of the movie?
a screen perfect reproduction or replica of a
Batmobile.
no.
Damn it.
No.
That'd be kind
Damn
of
it,
cool, though.
that'd be cool.
No, a
That'd be
car
Michael Keaton stuff.
from the original Fast and the Furious.
Okay, so
Oh, so it's in the first film.
Yes.
is it a
No, it's not Skyline. Skyline was.
I actually found out something that was absolutely
It's illegal.
heartbreaking.
It's illegal.
No,
Well,
you can own
owners.
Skylines legally. There's a guy that was working with on the original Fast and the Furious and all the rest of the Fast and the Furious.
Right.
That he's actually now importing them legally. They are
It just takes a
expensive.
shit ton of paperwork to get them.
No. They don't. You don't have to pay any paperwork.
Oh, you don't?
You don't. You pay for the paperwork.
Well, yeah, no, but I
And the
thought-
price of the car, like a 2000 R34 Skyline, $169,000.
Really?
That's not
That's
bad.
actually cheap. That's lower than I kind of expected. Shit.
I'm
A 1990 R33,
You can't afford it.
69,000.
Jesus shit.
I need to start working on my credit now.
You need to get a damn. That's better than the pizza place.
Perfect.
Go home, pizza boy. Find another way home.
I know she's gonna cry when you get
Come on.
deported.
Come on, somebody got to give me nuts for that one.
I'll give it to you. It's hurtful.
Okay, so what made you cry? What made you cry? Almost cry.
No,
What apparently made you
hold
almost
on. What's the car?
Leon's R33 Skyline. The yellow one.
What about
Yeah, the Leon. Yeah.
Because of
Wait,
some
which one's the-
legal.
Leon is
the one that literally told the pizza boy to go home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to
He's like
remember what
short.
character.
He's
but
like
yeah.
short hair.
The one that you always saw in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that was on the cop duty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one.
Go!
That car, because of some legal troubles that was caused by a company called Motorex that was legally bringing in Skylines, and they only legally brought in 15 Skylines. All the rest of them ended up having to be sent back to Japan. However, that R33 had which was actually called Big Bird. They named it Big Bird.
Because of the yellow.
Because of the yellow. Yeah. That car went through some absolute amazing things. That it did Pikes Peak. It did a whole bunch of drag racing. But in the end, what ended up happening is it went through two different owners, and one of the owners was into some really shady shit.
Oh,
It was taken into the federal the
Custody.
feds custody and was crushed.
So the actual original.
The actual original R33 Big Bird was crushed.
That's hurtful.
That is sad. That's
That's
almost
hurtful.
like that one.
That's-
that one
it was
actor fucking
absolutely-
smashed that guitar.
It was absolutely
From the Hateful
heartbreaking whenever I found that
It's
out.
like that
I was
Hateful Eight story.
oh
I mean, granted, Leon was not a big
no!
character.
He wasn't a big character,
But
but his
that
car.
car-
Oh my god!
It's the only car that was yellow that I wanted.
Yeah. I want that orange. Oh my
No,
god.
No, that's a
That was
Supra.
a Supra.
Oh, it was
That's
a
a-
That was a
94
That's-
Supra.
Oh my god! That's a Supra!
No, that's not just a Supra. That's a Supra Targa T.
That's very fucking rare to
They're
fucking
extremely
find.
rare because they have the Targa top.
Whenever I was little, I was wanted the fucking exact
So-
replica of Ghost
So what
Rider's
car
bike
are
and
you?
motorcycle.
What car is?
Yeah,
it?
what car is it? What is it? What it?
A Charger?
Don't tell me it's the Don't tell me it's the Honda 2000.
No, fuck no. I wouldn't fucking touch a damn. I wouldn't touch a fucking Honda 2000 with your dick.
It can't be the Eclipse.
Hey, don't hate on the
No,
clips. They're not that
no.
bad.
They're not bad, but not that Eclipse.
No, not that good.
Because if we're gonna make a fucking replica,
Round.
if we're gonna make a fucking exact replica from it, we need to blow it up with NOS.
Hey, talk
That would be the only thing I would want to do with it.
No, see, that's the thing. That's the illegal part of a lot of these cars.
Is it Dom's race car?
His red one from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, I don't want
love
to. No, if I had an RX-7, that bitch would be absolutely fucking.
it. Not red.
We forgot to put in honorable mentions
Uh,
the Gears of War
Sexy.
franchise.
Oh yes, yes. That's the reason why I was asking for that fucking car.
Heist Civics.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was asking for, man.
Only thing is, the best part about it is the body kits are still made.
Yeah.
The wings might be a little bit harder to find. The wheels, they no longer make.
Oh shit.
But they have some that are
Close.
pretty close. However, according to Craig Lieberman, who was the
What the fuck is this gym class? Just say it.
Green neon lights at the bottom.
yes, green.
Fuck yeah! Ow, my fucking arm broke.
I
Wasting it, okay.
said
Yeah,
screen accurate. I said screen accurate.
And you just said they don't make those rims no more.
No, but they have accurate representations of them. In other words, they're copies. They're not the original wheels, but they have copies that look exactly the same.
You better expect me going out of drive that thing like a bat out of hell.
Okay, now
You don't touch the
here,
car.
according to
Give a
Craig
little Hot Wheels
Lieberman.
replica. Here you go. Just take it
Okay.
for a test drive.
Now, according to Craig Lieberman, who is the transportation captain
I'll be like,
of
I'm not feeling
the
it.
Fast and Furious series,
What did you say?
he stated
Brings it back all fucked
that
up.
basically these cars were just like body kits, paint, and that's it. That's all they were. However, the way that I want to build it, I want to make this motherfucker absolutely badass. I'm thinking LS VTEC swap with the 5-speed and everything.
Put a hyper beast on it.
Huh?
Like a paint job. Hyper beast. Brock Hoffer. No. Anyone? Anyone?
No, it's going to be. It's
gonna be pitch black.
It's got to be screen accurate. Pitch fucking
Oh,
black.
jeez, he's just trying to join in the conversation, you sick
I mean, it's
fuck!
not bad. I
Eat
get
my
it.
ass, bitch!
I am so glad I'm so dark now because I actually pulled the trigger.
But no.
Okay, no, I didn't.
I'm thinking LSV Tech swap. Maybe a T3 T4 turbo hybrid. Of course, intercooled, and maybe a custom exhaust, custom built by yours truly. Because mine was nice, and whenever I had my Civic, it was nice and quiet. But as soon as you stomped on it, and the VTEC kicked in, it got extremely vocal. It like just cruising through town. It's like it was not like.
Oh yeah.
And if I stomped on it,
Oh, I
I
got bitched at. I got bitched at by his mother one time because our friend Brett, she was riding with Brett. I don't remember why, but Brett was in his Impala, and he decided to roll up next to me, and I had just barely finished rebuilding the engine and had broken the engine in, right? And he decides he's going to stomp on the gas and take off, and I'm like, oh hell no! I dropped 2 gears, stomped on it, and took off. And whenever I let
I
off,
know exactly how that sounded too. You heard
no. All you heard was. And I passed him.
And it suddenly grows an extra ball, and you're just.
I passed him. He said. According to Brett, he was doing 80. According to Brett, he said he was doing about 80, and I passed him like he was standing still. And whenever I let off, there was that nice little backfire and the big blue flame like off of Fast and the Furious. Whenever they hit nitrous, which is total bullshit.
Yeah.
that nice big blue flame, which basically tells me that there was a lot of fuel going through the exhaust at the time that I let off the gas. And she ends up calling me. We're like literally a mile away from the house. She could have waited until we parked, right? She calls me up on the phone while I'm driving. It says, "Motherfucker, if you ever do that shit with our child in your car again, I will fucking castrate your ass." And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? She's like, "You had flame burping out the back of your tailpipe."
Jesus.
And I'm like, awesome!
So?
Now, mind you, Jared's probably about 8 years old at this time.
And he's going,
He's sitting in there. He's like,
I looked over at him on the phone and be like, "Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the window."
I took the phone I took my phone down and I'm like, "Dude, we just had fire burping out of the back of the car," and he's like, "Awesome!"
Let's do it again. Again.
And I'll never forget the first. This is a side note, but I would. That time was absolutely awesome. But the most awesome, absolutely most awesome time
So awesome.
was whenever I broke 100 miles an hour with him.
Oh God.
Okay.
I think you've told me this.
Little bit of backstory. I had my Mustang. I was driving my Mustang, and he had a dentist appointment in El Campo. We were in Markham, and we had to be in El Campo in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's lovely. Me and my mom.
Are you driving skills?
His mom was at work, and she's like, "Where are you right now?" And I'm like, "I'm still in bed." And she's like, "Jared has a dentist appointment in 20 minutes." Fuck. And I look at the clock, and she's lying. We have 30 minutes, but still, and I'm like, Jared, just get dressed.
Smashing the shit out of your face. Jared.
Come over here. Jared, you gotta get up. You gotta get dressed. He's like, why? I said, you got a dentist appointment.
You are completely surrounded by our mouse traps. I got to take it Age of Ultron instead of the ghost.
Yeah, that's right. Jared.
I'm like, you gotta get dressed. I gotta take you to the
It's like a wake on the first one. Still going.
and he's over here got this drool hanging out, and he's like, huh? I'm saying, you gotta get dressed. I gotta get you to El Campo to the dentist appointment. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, I gotta brush my teeth. Fuck the dentist. We gotta go. Get dressed. And we get into the car, peel out backwards.
So that's where I learned your backwards driving from.
Peel out going forwards, and we're hauling ass, and we're taking that windy, curvy ass road, the Blue Creek Road, right?
Don't forget to wee.
Yeah, the one where you're over here like this, and then like this, and then like this. because, well, at that speed, yeah.
That's
And I'm and little story about my Mustang. It had the stock suspension in it, but
Shit. But
Four Springs.
big butt.
at normal speeds, that car kind of
Little
Bouncing around.
mile.
But once you hit about 100 miles an hour, you're basically floating like a boat in very calm water. And we're cruising along, and I'm over here just engines humming, and I look down, and I'm like 110.
Look over how you feel, buddy.
And I'm like, son, this is the fastest you've ever gone. And he's like, what do you mean? He's about 10, 11 years old. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, look. And he's like, and I'm like, what the fuck? You ain't had your seatbelt on this whole time.
Jesus!
I was so fucking intent on getting him to the dentist. I had forgot to tell him, buckle up. He reaches up because he reaches over. We're doing 110. He's calmly reaching over, grabs his seatbelt, and clicks it in. And he's sitting there like this. like if we're doing 30. He's sitting there like this. And I'm like, that is my child.
That's why I wasn't able to count the cows.
Did
he get his driving from you? Because from the way it
I
sounds,
taught him almost everything I know.
did you
No-
teach him to
Rule
go
number
into a covert?
one. Rule number one: never teach him everything you know. Always hold something back. But I taught him almost everything that I know, and that's where he gets his driving from. Although a lot of it is inborn. It's inborn. Because his Meemaw is where I learned how to drive. I can do 100 miles an hour driving with my knee. And I don't know, I've never seen him do it, but I bet you anything he can drive with his knee.
I can. I've done it with my Neon multiple times.
Jesus fucking Christ.
My original gamer was the shit. That was the number one.
They're fucking flipping out because they were in the car with me.
What do you mean we're flipping out? You went into a covert, Jared. You went.
No, I'm not talking about that one.
God,
I'm
I'm
not
in the
even
car with you.
My first Neon?
Oh, okay.
The
No.
one
No.
that had piece of shit written in duct tape on his hood.
It said asshole, first of all.
No.
Yeah, it was asshole.
Oh, asshole? Okay, either way.
Okay, no. They were in the car with me whenever I was driving around Van Vleck backwards.
Yeah.
Also, whenever it was
Yes,
cold.
my son.
Okay, so
Okay. He is my son because I have done some absolutely ridiculous, insane, stupid shit, and I would do them again. However, his grandfather did multiple donuts in the center of the square.
he tried doing donuts on the Van
In
Vleck
Bay
parking
City.
lot.
No, on the square in Bay City. You know the four-way
Yeah,
where
yeah.
60
Yes,
and 35?
yeah.
He did multiple donuts in the middle of that intersection on multiple occasions.
Solid.
So another one, I think me and you were in the car too. It was cold weather. Yeah, I think we were coming from Van Vleck, and he's going a little bit too fast going into town, into Bay City, right? He stomps on the brakes because he sees. No, I mean at least 70, but going into town,
That's
like
not too fast.
we were past.
We were in the
Walmart.
We were in the
past
55
Walmart.
mile line already.
We were past Walmart at the time.
Oh,
And your
yeah.
point is?
Very good point.
So it was icy roads. He sees people stop, so he's like, okay, let me go ahead and push on the brakes. his car loses control,
It's
and we start sliding, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
No, he's not going, oh shit, he's going, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And he's like turning to me and Jordan is like, what's happening? What's happening? I was like, Jordan, press. And we were like, Jared, press the brakes. Press the brakes. He's like, I can't.
We almost slide into the
I know
car.
that feeling. I know that feeling because I'll never forget this one time I was turning into the Best Western. Well, it's now Days Inn, but at the time it was Best Western.
We barely skimmed.
I will never forget this one time
we
I
were
was
straight into it,
I was coming in almost at full speed, which was about 70 miles an hour. I was coming in at full speed, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta, because my ex-wife, she worked there at the time, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go see her first. So I stomp on the. Now I'm by myself, so I have no qualms about this, because if I get into an accident and I fuck myself up, it's fine. But if I had gotten into an accident with him, or them, or anybody else, for
hell
that
to
matter,
pay.
I would have felt really bad about it. I wouldn't have fucking hell to pay. Fuck hell to pay. I was married to your mother for almost 20 years. That was hell enough.
Oh my god!
He ain't wrong.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, I was by myself, so I have no qualms about it. If I had fucked myself up, I would have fucked myself up. No big deal.
Right.
So I'm doing 70. I stomp on the brakes. I'm doing 50. I rip the fucking e-brake because I was gonna slide the ass into the. This is in my Civic. I ripped the e-brake, and at the time I was ripping the e-brake, I dropped it down to third, so I could probably try and drift it in. No, it didn't fucking work because whenever I ripped the e-brake, I wasn't pushing down on the button hard enough.
Shit.
So the back wheel's completely locked, and it didn't go back down. The handle didn't go back down. So the e-brake is up. I'm in third gear, and then so the back end of the car just completely doesn't skid out, so I can go forward. It skids out and goes completely backwards.
Like, oh, you're
And my ass end is aiming directly at the end, the entrance exit of the thing, and I'm like, fuck it, click, reverse. So I basically did a K-turn into the Days Inn Drive parking lot. Then I whipped the front end around, did another K-turn. So I did a 180, and then I did 180 the other way, and then drove in and parked, and my friend Brett, who was working with your mother, he's like, that was the coolest shit I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. And I'm like, I did that on a whim. I said, I totally meant to do that. And he's like, you did it on accident, didn't you?
No,
Totally.
like, this is the way.
This is the way.
I'm like, But he was, but he thought it was the most awesome thing he'd ever seen. And now, mind you, this is the same motherfucker that I threw out of my truck.
We'll save that for another story.
It happens.
Another podcast.
No, yeah, another story. We're gonna. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a podcast where I'm just gonna talk about to this motherfucker and we're gonna talk about crazy dumb stories.
It should be a segment.
Segment.
Segment with Charlie.
Or just-
Segment with Charlie, scheduled for 30 minutes, but it's going to go on for about 2 hours.
By the way, y'all,
I've been seriously contemplating doing story time TikToks.
Hey, do it.
No!
That would be awesome.
No!
I've got so many.
you
fucking
only have
hits in my-
60 seconds max.
Yeah, 60 seconds max, but you can have part 1, part 2,
Oh, part 2.
three.
Yeah, true that. I forgot about that.
Suspense. I love it.
All right.
Daddy,
But these are what?
you could also film them and then break them into.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
I'm out of coffee.
I'll get
Bring
you
me another.
I'm all up.
Energy drink. Another coffee.
all right, so did we even finish your top 5?
Yeah, we did.
Well, we did.
Everybody finished. No, he didn't do his top.
You didn't
'Cause
know
he's-
I was
He
here
just
for that.
got here.
Yeah, true.
You want me to do it? I mean, I don't have
You can. It's a top 5 video game series that you love.
That you or one. I thought you remade.
The remakes for the very end.
So what was it?
Top 5 video game series, like for
My favorite game.
yeah, series, like your favorite game series of all time.
Start off with number 5, work your way down to the best one at number 1. Yes, yeah, exactly.
I think I'll save my. Actually, to be honest with you, as soon as he's finishing that, we'll probably go to the next top 5 because I'll save the next one for next time because we're already almost at 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's roughly on average for a podcast.
Yeah. Next time we talk about video games, the first thing we're going to talk about is PS versus Xbox.
Oh God.
Power to the players.
PlayStation's where it's at, bitches.
Exactly.
No, I think all console players just need to team up.
And go against the PC players.
True that. Hey.
Very much so, yes, because them fucking PC players, they are very snooty.
They're very snooty and very fucking much pricks when it comes to Dead by Daylight.
Here's why I say
And
that.
Smite. They are fucking cancer on Smite and Dead by Daylight.
Here's why I say that the fucking PC players are very snooty. Okay, yeah, you got this kind of computer. Yeah, it's an Alienware. Yeah, it's an MSI. Blah blah blah. But do you realize the computing power of a PlayStation 3? The PlayStation 3 had more computing power than most supercomputers.
Best representation.
As a matter of fact, not a lot of people know this, but I ran across this and I fact checked it myself. The Department of the Navy actually took, I think it was either 10 or 20 PlayStation 3s and connected them all together, and they ended up having more computing power.
What kind of trickery is this?
They ended up having more computing power than one of the CIA's supercomputers that they use to spy on people around the fucking world.
Shit.
Pretty standard.
Now, mind you, that supercomputer for the CIA filled an entire room.
Yeah, computers were fucking huge.
And the number of PlayStation 3s that they used could fit on this fucking table. That's a lot of computing power.
Yep.
Sad.
All right, Bryn.
Yeah.
Step
I was
ahead.
supposed to be thinking.
Go ahead.
Okay,
And,
so
I already think I already
I'm
know.
not going to say this in any particular order.
I think I already know number 1 for you.
You probably will.
Can I say? Okay.
I'm just going to say it.
Okay. Well,
Again, there's no particular
say your number
order.
1 and then
So
go
my
on.
all-time favorite, this will forever be my favorite, that's the Infamous.
God, I was right.
The
Infamous.
Bam, bam, motherfucker.
I will give you that.
I
never
completely forgot about that.
I
game.
never thought I played Infamous 1, and God, it was so cool, man.
I have platinum trophies on 1, 2, and 3. I literally played those games that much.
He literally walked in one night when I was fucking playing Infamous, and he's like, "Oh!"
That makes me think of
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, I only played the third one.
The Crisis series was really fucking
Prototype?
It was essentially PC. PC.
PlayStation.
Basically, Xbox's it was PlayStation's versions of Halo.
Yeah.
If you will.
Which was good. But, so Infamous, that's top one, that's...
Okay.
You can't debunk that spot.
Yeah.
Another one is gonna be, GTA. That's just growing up with them. I love
Yeah.
GTA. More specifically, Vice City, because I had that for PS2, and I played the shit out of that game. 3, it's gonna be the Black Ops Zombies spot. And that's
Okay.
for 1, 2, and 3.
I will
Alright.
give you that.
Much
I don't
as
care
three
as
is
much
kinda
as I don't care
Yeah,
for 3,
yeah.
but I do agree with you on
I
that.
have no life. I
Okay.
love zombies.
Your opinion, I've got to ask, which GTA do you prefer better, Vice City or San Andreas?
As far as an overall game,
Overall game.
that's for personal reason. That's Vice City.
Okay.
That's only because I knew all the cheats for it. I could just.
I memorized the cheats for fucking San Andreas.
I liked it because Ray Liotta actually had a really good
Check that
character.
shit out.
So you can
The-
imagine my
the
frustration, like 9 years old,
The
doing the
character
first mission
itself.
where you have to knock the guy off the bike and kill him. And I couldn't. He kept getting back on the bike, and it's like, motherfucker,
The one mission I hated so fucking much on Vice City was that one where you had to control that fucking helicopter and place a TNT on that build. That one pissed me the
Oh, the radio
off.
control.
Yeah, I hated that
Yeah, the
mission.
controls on that helicopter absolutely suck. But whenever you actually got to fly like the real helicopter, somehow I don't know why, but as the radio controls, they were too janky. Whereas whenever you were flying the real helicopter, they were actually rock solid. I don't understand why they had two different control settings for RC.
Yeah. Continue.
I think it's Battlefield.
Okay, so then the third or fourth,
Fourth, yeah.
it's got to be Star Wars Battlefront.
Yep.
That's like original.
Which, just
Mine-
in general,
My particular favorite is Battlefront 2,
the newer
original.
one. Oh,
Yes.
I played.
yeah.
I actually, when I was still playing on PC,
Yeah.
that was one of my first games.
Okay,
and I
I respect that. I love Battlefront 2, the original.
also had that on PlayStation 2. Another game I love the shit out.
All right.
Number 5.
Number 5. Final series.
Oh, it's so hard though.
That's what she said.
It's funny because it's talking about that penis.
God damn.
Fuck, this sucks because it has to be a series.
You want me to throw out some ideas?
Sure, spin some.
Fallout, Mortal
Assassin's
Kombat.
Creed.
Assassin's
Arkham
Creed.
series?
Witcher. Fucking.
Oh, Switch, that's Ryan's game.
Elder Scrolls?
I'll say Elder Scrolls.
That's
I
my
had-
number one spot.
I had Oblivion and Skyrim.
Oblivion, man. Oblivion
Underrated.
was
Stop.
Obviously,
Skyrim.
Skyrim was like the OG. I had that on PC too. I
Yeah.
played the shit out of that. But I never played any of the original Elder
Exactly.
Scrolls. I
Me
played
too.
any of the newest Elder
No
Scrolls.
more
Yeah.
reason why most people played Skyrim on PC, just so that way they can add a mod that lets them see boobies.
Yeah.
That's like the-
And Thomas the Train is a fucking
You
dragon.
can get that on
Sorry.
Xbox. I know
My
that.
favorite mod, because I did a little bit of mods on Skyrim. My favorite mod, only because I'm a Lord of the Rings nut, was Lord of the Rings mod.
Yep.
That basically added in all the weapons, all the apparel of
No
all Lord of the Rings
way.
characters, along with 2 different places. Bilbo's Hobbit Hole, fully furnished, everything,
Oh shit.
and the actual Mines of Moria.
That is fucking awesome.
Where do I get that?
Although the Belrog was absolutely disappointing. It was small, just really gross. But the architecture, the actual space,
Was
the
it just
map-
like a red gargoyle or some shit?
yeah, it was. It's smaller than a dragon,
Oh.
But
so it was disappointing.
Why
But
couldn't you just take a
it was
fucking
up to
giant
scale.
and
You
just
could
like.
actually go in the same room with the tomb? and
really,
everything.
so everything was there. Like you're talking huge.
Even the broken bridge and shit?
Yes.
Fuck
Well,
yeah, bro.
Where is this
the
at?
lighting was garbage. It cost
Damn.
me $45.
God.
That's all I paid. But
It was a mine.
I think I still have the mod though. But yeah, it added in all the weapons, all the enchantments. You can get Gandalf's stuff, his staff, everything. But that was the only 2 Lord of the Rings places they just added it on.
They need to
That's
make an
pretty
open world Lord of the Rings game. I swear.
No, they need to come back. They need to. Actually, you know what?
They have the
My
Lord
top-
of the Rings games, but
No,
they
I'm talking
didn't-
about like an open
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
My top
I
five.
know what you're talking about.
World.
Seriously,
I know
my-
what you're talking about.
My top 5 actually has a Lord of the Rings game in there.
Yeah, all you did was it's like multiplayer, like you fight.
It was
people.
it was like basically whole game was on rails.
Yeah,
Like
capture the flag. Okay,
There was
we're-
there was
Lord of the Rings
no-
Conquest.
That's exactly what it was,
Speaking
there
of
was
open
no
world.
freedom to
Speaking of
to
open
do
world,
anything.
exactly.
PlayStation 5, right? You know what's coming out for PlayStation 5? An open world Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Universe.
yes, I heard about that.
And you can link your Pottermore account to the system.
Yep.
And so, like,
You can have your specific
you
wand.
can have your specific wand. Your Patronus will be there, which mine is a dragon.
Yeah.
I don't like my Patronus.
Mine's a fucking dragon.
What's your-
Do I still have
Patronus.
mine?
Dolphin.
That's pretty sad. Mine
Better
is
than, like,
His
a
was a
squirrel.
polar
mine
bear.
is okay. Mine's a polar.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
bad.
My spirit animal is Grogu.
I would settle for Grogu as a Patronus any fucking day.
Tonight you need to watch it. Tonight.
No. To be honest, I'm pretty sure I know what my spirit animal is. A sloth.
There's a character in the Harry Potter universe, like in all the within the history of Harry Potter. There's a dude whose Patronus was a fucking woolly mammoth. That's badass.
and it's huge.
All right.
It's fucking
I have no
humongous.
idea what mine is. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, take,
All right,
the
gents.
strongest one ever known though was a mouse. Mouse.
The strongest one?
The strongest Patronus that was ever made in the Harry Potter universe and like the lore and shit was a mouse.
Okay, I can
Dude,
see. I can
This
see why.
dude, there was
It's just so
there was
concentrated.
this, what are they called? Dementor or Death Eater? The ones that work for
Dementors.
Well, they're both. They're
Okay.
the same thing.
Well,
They're
no,
just-
Death
they're
Eaters-
just races.
Death Eaters are
Yeah.
Death Eaters are the followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dementors.
There was a
Dementors
Death Eater.
exist and they serve both.
It was going
Yes.
to take over an entire town with Dementors, like thousands of Dementors. He was going to take over a huge ass town, bigger than Hogsmeade, bigger than all of fucking Hogwarts. This huge ass town, and he had all the fucking Dementors just surrounding the city, ready for the attack. This dude pulled out his Patronus, which was a mouse, and everybody laughed at him. But when he activated Expecto Patronum, it lit up the entire fucking city and sent all the Dementors just fucking running.
They're like, fuck this!
And then in response, the dude gets pissed off because he just ruined his plan, so he tries to pull out his. His is like some kind of bird. I can't remember what bird it was, but his didn't even light up when he said Expecto Patronum. It only was like a little light bulb. While this dude lit up an entire fucking city bigger than Hogwarts with a fucking mouse.
Doesn't matter. Like,
okay, but all right. Time to get to the final thing because we are like almost oof. All right, so the top 5 video games that you would love to see get a remaster. What do you got?
Twisted Metal 2.
Okay, that's a good one.
Twisted Metal 2 I would love to see it with updated graphics and the storyline the same.
Yeah.
But I would like to see like the cutscenes be actually like animated and actually look good. Because I mean the whole fucking game was pixelated. Like the wheels were almost square.
Oh shit!
Mine
we're talking like Tomb Raider.
I mean they were yeah we're talking like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider boobies were basically triangles. Which goes to number 4. I would love to see Tomb Raider 2 remastered. For the simple reason that, seeing what the last Tomb Raider was, I would like to see Lara Croft in her prime, and also not necessarily a live action type situation, but I would like to see the updated graphics. In that. I mean, the gameplay was excellent. The controls were, in my opinion, were awesome because you could make her do all kinds of really crazy things. Like she could do handstands and on the edge of a fucking wall. Let's see. Another one that I would like to see. Rogue Squadron from the Wii or GameCube.
Rogue Leader 2.
Rogue Leader. That would be another one I'd like to see remastered. And I know somebody either right here or out there is going to fucking want to hang me up by my toes for saying this one. Star Wars Masters of the Terras Kai.
I've never played that.
It's basically, how would you say? It's not like Mortal Kombat because it's not a 2-dimensional thing. It's like a
It's
fighting game.
Tekken, but
Tekken. There you go. It's Tekken, but Star Wars characters.
Oh shit!
Whatever.
to be honest with you, I wouldn't get mad. I loved that game.
Tekken was fun.
That one was that one, and of course, if you're gonna bring
I
that
played
one,
the bear. Tekken.
Tekken 3.
Tekken 3.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 3. I would love to. I mean, the graphics in that one were absolutely amazing at the time.
Mhm.
But if you look back at it, it's like, wow, they really kind of suck. But, oh man, I would love to see updated graphics and updated gameplay for Tekken. Tekken never really took off for one reason and one reason only.
Mortal Kombat.
No,
No. Everybody's special moves had the same fucking button combinations, but depending on who had them, like you had like a whole shitload of different special moves for all these different characters, and it would take months to learn all the special moves from one character. And you had a shit ton of characters, and nobody wanted to play a game that fucking long.
Yeah.
Except me. I learned every button combination for Huarong. I learned every button combination for Heihachi Mishima, and every button combination for
Jin
Kazama. I learned all three of theirs, and there's only 4 characters that I could actually play well.
Didn't you also play like that doctor guy really well?
No, I played him really well, but I never learned all of his button
I
combinations.
played the bear. I forgot his name.
That wooden guy. I could play that wooden guy, but only if he was.
Pinocchio?
I don't remember what his name was, but the wooden guy, the wooden character. But I could only play him. But I could only play him extremely well if he was Jin Kazama, fucking Heihachi Mishima, or Huarong.
All right. Okay.
I could whoop your ass with any of the characters, but if I pick Huarong,
You're
you're
fucked.
fucked.
It's like me.
That's
on
him with
MKX.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
he does.
Or me with Johnny
When you
Cage.
fight him, no, he whip your fucking ass. If he I'm shitting you not. If he fights you, if he
MK11
he gets the first hit, you will not touch the fucking floor until you're dead.
MK11 I can
That's
kick his
how
ass with
crazy he
fucking.
is with Sub-Zero.
That's what Ryan and he said on MK11. First time playing MK11, I'm like, I don't know, Sub-Zero's combinations are different in MK11. So I was like, I'll give it a try, right? Yeah, no.
Not so much.
I highlighted the first 2 combos and then one the slide because they changed the slide. So I was like, okay. And then Ryan came at me with his best character. He got in a few licks and it was like, oh, it's delayed.
Once again, didn't let him fucking touch the ground.
But if I had Heihachi Mishima, if you had a faster character, like could actually move faster,
Yeah.
I was fucked.
See, that's
if you-
The fucking little dinosaur with the fucking boxing
But
gloves.
if I got a hold of you,
yeah,
you were fucked.
that's
Killer
like,
Instinct was another underrated.
Yes.
Riptor was my motherfucking jam. Like the fucking raptor, the bee's knees.
Okay.
Bee's knees.
Do any of y'all remember what was it? What was the name of the damn game? Clay Fighter.
Nope.
No.
Oh my god.
No bells have been rung on that one.
No, Clay Fighter was awesome. They had a whole bunch of crazy ass fucking characters. Like they had this guy that was made out of taffy, and then they had another one that he looked like Elvis, really fat Elvis. That his name was Blue Suede Goo, and then another one he was like a snowman, like a giant snowman with like teeth and claws. He basically looked like Fluffy off of Frozen.
Okay. Shit.
Is that your number?
No, I already gave him my 5.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Terekai and Tekken was number 1.
All right. Number 5, Lord of the Rings Conquest.
Underrated game.
I've never played it.
It's basically Battlefront, but with Lord of the Rings.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
You could choose to be like a wizard or just a regular warrior, an archer,
Fighter.
Barbarian.
Fighter.
Could you be a
halfling.
Belrog?
Yeah.
Yeah, in some cases.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then it's just like on Battlefront that if you got so many points and stuff, you can
Exactly.
play hero.
Exactly.
So you can actually play as like Gandalf or
Gimli
Balrog
or fucking
Gimli.
I never got to
Legolas.
play that.
It's
That would be
cool.
fucking awesome to play.
PS3.
I
I
think
played
that
the
would be
shit out
cool.
of that game at Alan's house.
I think that would be awesome to play as a fucking a Nazgul.
You can play as the Witch King.
Yeah.
He was fucking overpowered too.
Okay.
Ooh.
Number 4.
It makes me
This
sad.
is number 4. This is for like the hardcore, like love playing stupid dumbass games or family friendly knockoffs. Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, we got it.
That was like so fucking
I've
fun,
played that.
bro.
That was a fucking Crazy Taxi knockoff, but it
But
was awesome.
It was Crazy Taxi mixed with fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, Twisted Metal Black. It has to be black. I mean, come on. Like, I mean, 2 was a good one. 2 was a very good
The
one.
reason why I like 2 is because, you weren't stuck in just LA or here. Black kind of elaborated on it, but in Twisted Metal 2, you were literally all around the world.
Yeah.
You were in Russia, you were in Paris, you were in, all over.
Okay. Very, very,
Chinatown.
very,
Hong Kong.
very quick. Just quick. No remarks afterwards. Favorite character from Black.
From Black? Fuck.
Sweet Tooth.
Okay, Sweet Tooth. Okay, Sweet
I liked
Tooth.
your story.
I liked-
loved her story.
I liked the character,
I
but
liked her reason for keeping the mask.
I mean, Sweet Tooth, everyone goes to Sweet Tooth, but the thing is, as much as I love playing Sweet Tooth, there was one more character I love playing a lot more. Crazy 8. Crazy 8, the box, the fucking stitch up eyes, stitched up mouth, everything. And the fucking, his specialty was like, it was a really vintage stock race car with a fucking Tesla coils electrocuting people. That was fucking awesome. That and Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket was also pretty fun to
I like
play.
the I can't remember his name. Priest.
Brimstone.
Yeah,
Brimstone.
Okay, number 2. I am stuck on that one, actually. Like, a part of me really wants to say Black Flag. Really wants to say Black Flag. Yeah,
Or like a remaster?
like a
That was a
remaster.
pretty recent game.
Yeah, I know. That's what. But like, I'm
Yeah,
debating
but-
whether that would
Yeah, but
count.
even the if you
My sister
play,
played
if you
the
play
shit
Black
Black
Flag,
Flag.
even on PlayStation 4,
Needs an update.
the because they remastered
The original
Assassin's
story.
Creed 3,
Yeah.
and I actually have the remastered of Assassin's Creed 3, and I have the original Assassin's Creed 3 for my PlayStation 3, and the update. Oh my God! It's so much. Everything's clearer. Everything's so much faster.
You don't get caught on shit.
You don't get that shit where every once in a while you'll have a branch hanging out of your head or your shoulder or
Or you'll
whatever.
just be sitting on the
But-
ledge and you'll just fall through.
Yeah,
All right, but the thing I'm
they could do the same if they were to do the same thing with Black Flag. That would be awesome.
now this one, I know, but number two, I would say many people will say it won't make sense because it's going to be the same fucking thing, but better updated graphics and probably better music. Guitar Hero 3.
Fuck you. It's on my list too.
Guitar Hero 3 is literally the best fucking
I thought
Guitar
you were-
Hero.
And here I thought you were gonna say Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legends
For-
number 1.
For a split second, I thought you were going to say Brutal Legends 2. No. Yeah, if they cleared it up, made it a little bit bigger of a game, tightened up some of the faulties in there, Guitar Hero 3 would be insane, dude.
But yeah, no, Guitar Hero 3 is number 2. Number 1, Brutal Legend. Brutal Legend is literally the most underrated fucking game of
It's
all
fucking
time.
It's fucking hilarious. The storyline is cool as shit.
Come on, you're literally playing a character that's voiced and body like fucking, like, what do you call it?
Fuck.
Like fucking mocapped by fucking Jack Black.
It's like the Guitar Hero 3 character, Axel and Jack Black had a baby.
Exactly. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, that game really does need an update bad. Not to mention, to fix if even just to fix the janky controls in some parts. It's like they kind of half-assed some things, but even if they left the graphics the same, just fix the fucking controls in some places would be great. Now, if they smoothed everything out, the graphics, if they smoothed them out, that'd be great too.
I would love to
Yes.
fucking play multiplayer on that fucking game because they literally had a multiplayer, but no one played it, and that's where you can play either the Tainted Coil, Ironhead, or fucking the Goths, and you've literally fought each other against the stages.
If they did that as a multiplayer, like more than one, and like you did it kind of like on Dogfighter, how they have the two teams where you have like 40 people, like 20 people on one team and 20 people on this team, and you got your team together, and it doesn't have to be 20, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you had like 4 friends, 5 friends, and they had 4 friends or 5 friends, and y'all all took care of different aspects of the fight, that would be really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I could see a really cool arena type aspect to that. But yeah, that'd be badass.
All right.
Your top 5 lists, you already have like 2.
Yeah, I have to make a list because I'll forget. First one is probably very, very down on y'all's, only because I don't think any of y'all played it. That's the original Silent Hill game.
Oh!
Fuck you in your neck.
Original Silent Hill
I
game.
couldn't walk past a fucking radio that had static because of that fucking
I
game.
fucking love that game.
Anytime, like, I don't know if any of y'all remember old cell phones. These phones don't do it.
No.
But if you walk next to like an old transistor radio, like the kind that your grandparents have, or maybe even your parents, depending on how old your parents are. If you walk past one of those old transistor radios with a cell phone, not like this, one of the old analog phones, it would create static. And whenever I first got my cell phone, I would walk past a radio or something and I would hear static and I would automatically just kind of freak out because, like a dumbass, I would play Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill, in a dark room with the door closed, lights off, curtains full.
The only way to play, baby.
And anytime you heard that static on a radio, it's like, oh shit.
See, literally. So, it's perfectly fitting too, because I played Silent Hill at my grandmother's
I think
house.
I literally shit my pants a couple of times, but by walking past a fucking radio because of that goddamn game.
But I love playing those games like that because it's a psychological horror game more than like Resident Evil, which is like, oh, you're fighting zombies, right?
That was also my honorable mention. The first
that would
Resident
have
Evil.
been an honorable mention of mine if they did the original
Resident Evil, like how they're doing it now.
The original Resident Evil, the way that they did the last Resident Evil.
I played PT
Or the
the
last
same way
two.
too. Yep. Except I actually put headphones on in the den, pitch black, right in front of the screen, standing up with gaming headphones on for the first time. Oh, I loved it. But
What game?
PT,
You
which
can no
I
longer
still
get it.
have.
You can no longer get it unless you've already downloaded it.
Yeah, so if you want to play it, I have it.
I thank God we didn't have gaming headphones whenever I was playing Silent Hill.
Then you'd be shitting your
I
pants every
literally
night.
would have been shitting myself.
Because
Every night.
if anybody who's played Dead by Daylight, Pyramid Head's in that game. And the way that they designed them in that one, God, to see Silent Hill like that, along with the other monsters and stuff from the Order.
Yeah, because the original
that would
Silent
be
Hill, it was
insane.
like really the graphics were kind of janky, and Pyramid Head, even though he was still kind of intimidating, he was very blocky.
Still insane. So, number 2, or number 4, I should say, is Guitar Hero 3. Also, Legends of Rock. That fucking game ruled. I had that for 3 different consoles. I love that game. Number 3 is a game that I don't know if y'all have ever played. I had this game. It's one of my first ever games for PlayStation 2. It was SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
They are remastering that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they already did.
Oh yeah, they already did. Yeah.
Did it already hit?
It's called
Yeah.
Remastered.
Yeah, isn't it on I think it's on PlayStation 4, right?
Well, you already know me. You already know my opinion on
Tell me that.
SpongeBob. So
Download that shit tonight.
Let me.
Number 2 would be the first Infamous for obvious reasons.
yeah, obvious reasons. Fucking
Maybe tighten up the story a little bit.
fix the
better-
graphics.
Yeah, better graphics with the electricity stuff. The whole game was very gray, very dark.
Yeah.
A lot darker than
Bland.
the game. Well, I'm talking about just like dark as in like, yeah, you like beat up, like maliciously beat up.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about like if there's like not that much color.
Well, there is for that reason. It's just a very dim game. And then number 1 is another game that I don't know if y'all ever played. It's called Marvel Nemesis.
It's on PS4. And I played it too. Just so you know.
Marvel Nemesis?
No,
whatever.
the fucking SpongeBob game.
Marvel Nemesis, in my opinion, has probably the greatest storyline of anything that is Marvel. Because it's so unorthodox. Essentially, you have your regular heroes, right? And they're like the genuine heroes, like cold-blooded, they'll kill people type Marvel characters. Amazing. And it was a lot of the oddball ones, too, that you don't normally see. Then their aliens invade, right? This dude named Miles Van Rokel, I think his name is. These big, incredibly tall, Slenderman type dudes, the alien.
Yeah.
He basically makes his own superheroes, and the backstories behind those characters are gruesome and heartbreaking. They're called the Imperfects. So the whole game is Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfects, and it's insane. Oh, it's insane. I gotta show y'all videos of that shit. I love that game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
That's
played.
number 2.
Yeah, it's all,
Oh shit!
that was number 1.
You haven't played it either.
No, man.
Oh,
I have. Number 5 it's already been remastered, but I feel like they did a really shitty job at doing it because all they did was enhance the graphics and then threw it on a disc. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5. None of the bugs have been fixed. The dialogue is still shit. There's a lot of bad shit that happens on it, and
yeah, I think that's
you can
the main
still
reason.
break the game. You can literally run through the whole fucking game with a fuck it.
thief.
That
That's,
must have been the win.
And you can literally die for killing a chicken.
that's
And you
Yeah.
can kill children.
Oh,
I know that sounds fucked
the
up. I don't want to
developer-
kill kids.
The developers
There's
made the
little shits in that game.
right
the
there.
developers did that
That's
as
one
a
of the-
joke, though.
I know.
What?
But
I just
Everything
want to
that-
kill him.
All the problems that you just named with that game is the main reason why I never really could get into Skyrim.
There was so much
Everybody's like, "Oh, Skyrim!" I played it, and I'm like, "This is shit."
I can't tell you how many times, even on PS4, I had to restart a character.
Don't get me
because
wrong. Don't get me
there's this
wrong.
one fucking
It does
quest.
have a lot. It does
There is
have a
this-
lot of redeeming qualities.
Yeah,
of it.
don't get me wrong. I love the game. It's literally my number 1 favorite series.
It does have a lot of
But-
redeeming qualities, but it could have been so
There's
much better.
one fucking quest where you go to this fucking sky chick in order to get the Dawnbreaker sword, where you go into the air, you talking to this chick, and then you get stuck. You don't go down. Even if you try loading backwards and loading back in, it won't even let you pause the game sometimes. It will be that fucking bad. And you have to literally restart your entire fucking game.
My main
Like,
problem with
new character and everything.
my main problem with Skyrim is that mission. Whenever you have to either kill Parthenax,
Mhm.
or he's on your side and you don't become part of the dragon people,
The blades.
the blades.
Fuck those guys.
So
I hate
I killed Parthenax just because I already did the other thing where I didn't kill him and stuff like that. I killed him. There's a bug. After you kill him, he will fall out of the sky and drop wherever you are. So every time I load into a game
Just
or
drag
I
him
go
on.
into, so as soon as I load into an area, a city, he'll drop. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? What is this?
I'd immediately, as soon as I load in, I'd go pause, and I'd go and I'd switch my shout to whirlwind sprint, and then I'd unpause and
Or like literally, I'll be running around the world, and then, you'd see these mammoths, and like, oh, they're so fucking majestic, right? And then another mammoth will spawn in the sky and fall on top of the other mammoth, and they both die, and be like, what the fuck? It's just,
the giant comes around the corner like,
you did this shit! No, I did it! I swear! Get smacks you on the ground, your character, instead of falling to the ground, you just fly up in the air.
Yeah.
see, when I get pissed off in Skyrim when I was playing on PC, I'd be like, I'd pick thing, TGM, God mode activated, I'm indestructible. What, bitch?
Literally, I downloaded a mod on PS4 where I have the steel shout sword, where it's a steel greatsword, but it has unrelenting force on it, so everything you hit just goes flying. I can't tell you how many times. I can't tell you how many fucking times I've sent giants just do
They just go up to like 4-year-old Timmy and be like, bitch!
I did that to the Ebony now. I was like, how do you like this? How does it feel to be thrown off a fucking mountain? You little shit!
So,
All right.
What are your other games?
Number 4 would have to be, because it's relatively new, because it was released in PS4 and shit like that, Dark Souls 3. Because it was good. The graphics are somewhat shit. It still looks good, but it could be refined. Dark Souls 1, yeah. That too. I'll just go ahead and say the whole fucking Dark Souls franchise, because they did that.
Series.
They did that with Spyro. Like, they put all the Spyro games and remastered it all into one game.
Yeah.
I would want them to remaster all the Dark Souls series and put them all into one, because there's only 3.
I need to get a lot of controller.
Yeah.
A lot of controllers, a lot of screens.
God, I hate it.
But like in like Dark Souls 3, they need to re-enhance the graphics, and the Dark Souls whole series all together. They need to put it all in one game, remaster all, like make the graphics better, and fix all the fucking bugs.
Be like,
hey man,
I'm about to play Dark Souls. I'm gonna need you to leave me alone for a while.
That one
Controller.
The Nameless King.
Controller.
I lost. There was this one where I absolutely flipped fucking
Lost
bananas
his
because
shit.
there was a bug that happened. The Nameless King has like about 3 hits left in him. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And the one where he like takes his fucking thunder spear, rushes at you,
Yeah.
and shit like that. He was 5 feet. He was like a good
I told you,
20,000
you
fucking
can't
feet away
dodge
from
it.
me. I'm over here. No, and
Do we
he
have
usually
any
when you
comments?
do it, he goes a few feet, right? And you
Do
can
you have any
immediately
people
dodge
watch
it. I'm over here drinking a potion trying to heal up. My last one, matter of fact, and he's like, he's all the way over there, so there's no way he can fucking reach me. Then right before he does that, he glitches and he's. And I'm like, wait a minute! And he goes, and he lifts me up in the air, gets shot with lightning, and throws me to the ground, and I'm dead. I was like, what the fuck? He literally just glitches in front of me. He's like over here is like, and I'm like, I can't get hit. The's no fucking way. Boop, what?
And that is
What you
why.
did too. You were like,
It was at
what?
this moment that he
Punch
knew.
yourself out of control.
He-
I punched myself in the
And
fucking
that is
leg. I threw
why-
my controller, got up, ran out the door, I said, I'm fucking done.
And that is why I will never play that game, because I can't even defeat the freaking Ebony.
It is so fucking
No.
hard.
Oh, yeah.
The
So
glitches
what's-
are just worse.
So what are your other?
That was number
3?
4. Number 3, I would probably have to say Black Ops 1.
Yes!
That's on my list.
The
you asshole.
original
That is
Black
on
Ops
my
1.
list because they only come from
original Black Ops
PlayStation
1.
3. That is
The original. Like, I mean,
The zombies kicked ass.
Yes.
I'm
Fucking.
so worn out. by the
Story
Call of
was
Duty
badass.
franchise. I'm so worn out by the Call of Duty franchise because it's so repeatable. But Black Ops 1 holds a special place in my heart.
Dude,
That was
it-
the
Black
shit
Ops 1,
during my fucking school years.
That was the one where you were introduced to Soap, wasn't it?
No, that's Modern Warfare.
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 You're on the
Black Ops
wrong
1 is
franchise.
amazing.
Yeah.
Woods and Mason. That's
Which-
right.
what-
Oh wait, yes.
Let's just stop for a minute.
That's
Yes
the
or
one
no?
Uh.
Was that campaign not one of the best in the
It
It
was
was the best.
My favorite
Was.
fucking mission was fucking Vorkuta.
My favorite mission probably was when you're escaping from the Viet Cong camp with Woods. When you
Yeah.
make you play Russian roulette.
This
He
motherfucker,
goes, fuck!
he saw me. He saw me play the Vorkuta.
Badass is Woods in that scene. Like, God damn, I'm gonna die with you, brother.
And now you see him in Cold War where he goes up to the mannequin and he's like, you say a fucking word. Not a fucking word.
This motherfucker, when I was playing the first fucking Black Ops, he had no idea what he was watching. I was in the middle of a Vorkuta mission, and he saw that big fucking guy, right?
Yeah.
Take that fucking pickaxe, and as soon as that elevator opens, he saw this man go fucking with a pickaxe with a guy on top. He's like, oh! Nice! And then he just like he put his phone down and he watched me play the rest of that fucking mission.
My favorite
That's the
mission.
one where they're escaping from the
Prison.
from the gulag.
Yeah.
My favorite mission is I think he was in Hong Kong night. It was in the night. He was on top of the buildings trying to get away from
The
everybody.
one where he was beating the fuck out of that guy with the glass?
Yes,
Dude,
dude.
that's my next. The one
That
where
is
he
my
opens up the
favorite
fridge
mission.
to the big.
That is my
weapons wall.
favorite mission, man. You can literally, as soon as you open that fridge, you see all the women's.
Dude, that's literally that mission. I played through it the first
He just
time.
said. He just said you can get the thunder gun in that mission.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Yes.
That's the scene. I played it through the first time. Never played anything else. You always play the campaign first, right?
Yeah.
He opened that scene, and I got the Spectre. And I got
Yes.
the Spectre for the first
Yes.
time, and I shot with it, and I was like, yes,
Oh,
this
fuck.
is my gun. Yes.
Literally, I will play that mission over and over again and not.
I don't know why the fuck this just finally hit me just now. No offense, dude, but
Oh,
the
man.
way
Here we
the
go.
way that you're dressed right now, you look like Cartman.
Holy shit!
Wait.
Back again! I'm not Big Ben! The kid! Fuck you, asshole! I'm gonna rip your fucking head off!
I got you. I realized that.
Sorry, man,
I get that. You're welcome in there.
I was just sitting here and I just kind of glanced over and like it was when it's kind of like Brown. You can't look at Brown real fast. You can't look at him like real fast. You got to look at him slow because if you look at him fast, you look like Sugar Bear. I kind of glanced over and I'm like, holy shit, that was Cartman.
Song now.
I don't know the song. I don't.
I'm sorry.
Number 2 would probably be. I don't know if you guys ever played it, but
Dragon's what?
Dragon's Dogma.
I don't know that.
Ooh, I think
That
I-
is such a good medieval type thing. It is like the base premise is like there's this dragon that constantly fucks
I got
with
you on that.
and he's a dick, but he's so
impersonation right there.
goddamn smart that he plans everything out, and you end up having to go on this huge ass open world area with a team, and you have to like fight this fucking chimera, even a griffin and shit like that. And you can even have online multiplayer and go through this shit. But Dragon's Dogma was so fun. It was like Skyrim, but not as open world as Skyrim was.
Yeah.
It was so good, and they even they even have a Netflix series based on Dragon's Dogma right now.
Shit.
And it's a cool. I don't know if it's an anime or a cartoon, but it's
What
one of
is
those
it?
two.
What's it
Dragon's
called?
Dogma
No, what's it called on Netflix?
series. Dragon's Dogma.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Uh,
Number 1 spot.
Number 1 would probably have to be. I know how we were talking about how it was like a little fucking kids thing. It was a kids thing. Motherfucking Skylanders.
Okay.
Just for a childhood. Just for childhood memory.
Childhood, yes. I feel
Fucking
you.
Skylanders. Remaster it, make the graphics look more.
I want
Good.
giants. I want
Yeah,
giants.
giants.
I want giants.
That's what I
That
want.
was my favorite one of all
Yep.
time. And around that time, whenever it came out, the technology as kids, we were like, "What is
Holy
this
shit,
sorcery?"
you
Like
need something to put in the game.
exactly. That was
Whoa.
the
that
imagination.
shit. It's kind of like the Disney.
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
yes, that's
after
what I'm talking about.
Skylanders.
Yeah.
Disney's ripped off Skylanders.
Yeah,
Skylanders was
yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Because
I've never seen the
was it
commercials
you or was
for
it
that.
him that I bought it for?
Yeah.
I bought it for him. I had bought him the Disney Infinity,
Yes.
and
that's
we
what-
got all the way to.
Avengers.
Yeah, we got a whole shitload of Avengers. I think did I ever buy you the Jack Sparrow,
No.
or was it?
Wait, no, you did, but I think we lost that one.
Yeah, I think.
Dude,
But he had a
fuck.
shitload of those
That's
little.
Skylanders
that-
was my shit.
yes.
I had an entire fucking bag just filled with giants and Skylanders.
Yes.
That's cool.
Hot dog was probably my favorite.
Hot dog.
So, you have you gone?
No, I haven't.
It's your turn.
Number 5,
Smack.
Batman Arkham Asylum. So
Technically, they did.
Technically, they did, yeah.
technically, but I can't. Like, they need to make everything better.
Like what if it was like what if it had like the Batman armor from Arkham Knight
Exactly.
into that?
Stronger.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Batman.
I-
if you wanna put on your own armor and like customize it, then make it that way. Better graphics. The one thing that I want is better graphics and better customization for the Killer Croc. I want him to even look more gnarlier than he did already. He
Yeah.
already looked gnarly,
The
but
scene that my favorite part, I think probably my favorite part of that whole game is when you have to go down and you have to jump
Yeah,
from pad to pad.
exactly.
and he's
And that's
constantly down
the
there
thriller,
getting-
and that's
yeah.
the thrill of it, man. He just whispers,
I
"I'm
don't
gonna
think
feel
I've ever
your flesh
talked to somebody about Arkham Asylum, and they did not bring
that section of the game up.
It was so
That
different.
seemed like
Killer
Killer
Croc
Croc
was my favorite
Killer
part
Croc
because
and the
it was
sewers.
different than any other
Nobody.
fucking mission you have ever done.
Nobody.
And it was absolutely terrifying.
Yes.
Because you didn't know when
Nobody
it was
can-
gonna
I
come.
mean,
exactly.
And when it did, the fucking music
So
would just
demeaner.
ring in your fucking ear, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry.
Like at first, I got
Nobody
so
can
pissed
forget
off.
that section.
And you're like
Nobody.
sweating the whole time as you're like trying to aim that fucking thing. You're just like,
Because like at first, whenever I played that, I saw him running, so I just ran. I was like, okay, well maybe he's gonna fall, and then he just
Yeah.
grabs you.
it's
I'm like, oh, I screamed my head off. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Can I just say that one Batman game where all the there's like a bunch of assassins coming after you,
What
you're
is
just
that?
bounty on your
Origins.
Origins.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Killer Croc was absolute fucking shit.
Well,
I hated the way he looked.
everybody knows that.
Origin
it
is
was the
shit.
worst.
The whole game.
I
is shit.
hated the way he fucking looked.
See, and I never
So
played
bad.
that one, but I did play Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then Arkham
And in
Knight.
Suicide Squad. Oh fuck! Oh god! Don't get me started. on
Fuck
Suicide
that
Squad.
Killer Croc,
That
bro.
Killer Croc fucking sucked.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, number two.
Number 2, I have to bring back the Call of Duty Black Ops. Man, the fact
I
that
think you say
can't-
Black Ops 2.
If you don't have a PlayStation 3, if you're on PlayStation,
Zombies.
you can't get that, man. You can't get it back. And that
You should
zombies,
just make a Call of Duty zombies.
and that's what I'm saying. I want
No, like a whole story mode.
No,
zombies.
no,
like dedicated to the.
That's what I'm saying. I
You
thought
know
they did.
what?
No.
That would be absolutely awesome.
That's
Where they
game
would
changer.
have
It's
the
literally
knock-
every map in
to
Call
where
of
they
Duty,
to where they
every
would have
system.
Knock the Toten and the one where it's the bombed out building in World War II.
That's in the new one.
And then what is it? What's the one where they're in the opera house?
Kino
Kino
Kino der Toten.
That one was pretty good.
Transit.
That would be. Oh,
I
wait,
see.
wait.
Transit has a
Think
soft
about
spot
that
for me.
though.
I
Think
fucking
about
love
that. Like you actually, so it's imagine it's a game. You don't have a campaign, but it's kind of a campaign. You have it just like it is, where you have a map. The map has Easter eggs. You play zombies normal, and you know how to do these Easter eggs and stuff. No, making it easier for anybody. You do the Easter eggs. You can leave. You unlock the next map.
So
That's how you do it.
I think my favorite map, and
That'd be
this
insane.
is newer. Now I do like the originals, but whenever they brought this out, it was the shit. Like, and I remember staying up until it came out to play it at 3:00 in the morning, and it was the moon. The moon was the,
The moon was
absolute
so
game changer.
fucking
Dude,
hard.
It was hard,
I
but it was
remember.
game changer.
Yeah.
I had stepbrothers at the time. We sat in the living room after we paid for it. We're like, I'm not going to sleep until this. I mean, we're just going to wait here.
Literally.
So I was just like, man, I might as well eat Domino's and wait for this. I was like,
that is the first DLC I ever bought.
Exactly.
I begged my mother to buy it for me, and she did. I
She
stayed up
fuck, you
all
don't
night.
understand.
Exactly.
The
waiting for it,
fucking moon
with the
with
cool
zombies.
emblem that came with it.
And I don't know about
And
you
then I
guys,
played
but
it.
when
I played it for
first-
3 hours, and I was like, "It's fucking hard, man."
It's
and
so
the fucking
worth it,
astronaut, the astronaut that's fucking there.
oh, the
hey, how
zombie
you do?
astronaut.
When
Yes.
I first saw him, I was like, "Oh, hey, it's a buddy." And he kept walking up to me. I was like, "What's up, big guy? What you doing?" He fucking grabbed me.
I was like, "Where'd my pen go?"
I remember that too, and that was the most scariest thing that I've ever seen in Black Ops.
It scared me so much when I was younger because you're playing and you're
They
like, "Oh,
literally
cool, it
just-
is
You're like
named
in the
You
screen.
can't hear anything, so you would just see red and be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And you're like, "Zombie behind me! Where the fuck you got from?"
Yeah. Man,
But they literally need to
horrifying.
make a Call of Duty game that's nothing but zombies and it has every Call
Well,
of
they
Duty
can
zombie
now.
ever made.
There's
That's
so
what I'm
many
saying.
maps and stories.
what they need to
They're
do.
good.
That's what they need to do. That's what they did with Call of Duty Warzone, where it had every fucking gun in Call of Duty into that bitch.
Yes.
It's like
I
they need to
played the shit
make
out of
it.
I'm sorry.
And like I have a soft spot for Transit. What is it?
Very- Origins.
No, Die Rise. The fucking elevator. It was
That
so hard.
Sucks. I
And-
fucking hate Die Rise. It's the only map I didn't buy.
Mob of the
Fuck.
Dead. Mob of the Dead.
I fucking love that.
That was ingenious.
That was
That
fun.
was so
So
genius.
good.
Alcatraz, dude.
Yeah.
Brutus.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And then,
airplane.
Shadows of Evil. That one also has a soft spot for me with all the
Shadows of
Cthulhu
Evil
and
is
shit.
good.
Never got
That was
into it, man.
fucking awesome. Nothing screamed zombies when you added fucking Cthulhu and shit because you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Alright.
The fucking Argogwa that would fucking chase you and you had to shoot
Shoot the
fucking
heads. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Number 3 for me. would have to be the Need for Speed remakes.
Need for
Need for
Speed.
the
Speed
series,
remakes? Ooh.
And I remember Hot Pursuit 2. I think was it Hot Pursuit 2?
I didn't pick you for a Forza guy.
Dude, I loved Need for Speed, and especially they made a new one, and it's so badass. It's Payback.
I got that shit.
You got it? Okay, so see, Payback is probably my
I
favorite
saw
one.
you
It's
playing
so
that
fun.
online.
Fucking
Yes.
old school most wanted.
But the
Fucking
old
old.
school-
Yes,
I
most
refuse.
wanted.
Yeah.
Most
refuse.
wanted was
I-
the
I
shit.
didn't
Growing
like
up.
Most Wanted.
The only thing I didn't like about Most
Wanted.
Wanted. The only thing that I didn't like about Most Wanted is the
Cutscenes.
street cred.
Yeah.
The whole street cred thing, because the more bullshit that you put on your car, you got more street cred. Why? Because, okay, this is coming from my personal experience. In the automotive scene, it doesn't matter if you're in the hot rod scene, if you're in the rat rod scene, if you're in the muscle car scene, or if you're in the import scene. Clean cars will always have more street cred than the ones that have all the bullshit on them. I can tell you from experience that during my time in the import scene, if you drove up to a import nights type setting, car
Get together.
a meet at coffee shop, tea shop, wherever they fucking got. If you drove up and you had neon lights underneath your car, they will laugh you out of the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
If you had a wing
That is fucking
on the back end of a front wheel drive car,
pumpkin Balrog.
they will laugh your ass
Yeah,
off
pizza
the
fire.
fucking parking lot. If you had a hood scoop
That's a really
with a stock motor, your ass will be run out the fucking parking lot.
I do miss Hot
I'll meet you at
Pursuit.
the top.
I do.
Hot Pursuit was pretty fun.
The PlayStation
Now,
2 Hot Pursuit.
I
The
could not,
gameplay.
for the life of me, I would never race my brother in Need for Speed Most Wanted because he was fucking badass on that game.
And
I
Need for
could
Speed
not.
Payback, I'm
I never went against
unstoppable.
him. And my brother was such a dick growing up during Need for Speed Most Wanted
Hey, Ryan.
that the only way he would race me is if we had a pink slip contract on the line. So basically, he would take my fucking car if I lost, and I'd be like, "I worked so hard on this car." You can't do it."
What in Payback? What's your drift car?
What's my drift
He
car?
did the same thing on Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, it's gonna be. I'm
Yes,
not
you
gonna
can
lie. I
multiplayer,
haven't
you
played
can
it
only
in a long
use
time,
your
so I
account,
don't.
so you had to unlock
Mm.
everything. He was max
But
level prestige, so
I
many other
do-
times, all the attachments. So he just played on like Rust or
What my main
something.
car was.
No,
Whenever I finished the
because you only
campaign,
have a regular
there was-
FAO with no attachments.
there was a
Your
car
level
after
two
the car you
because your
got on the
profiles
unlocked
on your
after you
PS3.
completed it, and that's the one that I got, but I can't remember
Yep.
the name of it.
My drift car is the '55 Chevy Bel Air.
That's not bad. I
I know.
remember that card now that
I
you
fucking
mentioned that.
that's still my drift car to this day on that fucking game.
What
I can't
number
tell you
am
how
I?
many
Number
cars
two.
my brother has touched.
Yeah,
me
two.
on
Number
again.
2. Okay. So they just released this game, and I was so excited for it because I'm a big nerdy Marvel fan.
Oh,
And the downfall of this game after I completed the story, man, I don't know where it went, but it was such a hype. The Avengers game.
You want them
I
to
bought
fix
it.
that?
I pre-ordered it, and I was like,
That's a
dude,
new
this is
one?
gonna be
Yeah.
the new one. And this is gonna be so like lit, like it's gonna be so badass, and it wasn't. There's no other way to say it, but it wasn't badass. Like
yeah.
I thought
'Cause
it
if
was
I'm
gonna be.
correct, once you beat the campaign, there's nothing else you can do.
There's like there's main or not main. There's like side missions that you can. It's like Fire Team for Halo. Think of it like that.
Yeah.
Or Destiny.
Yeah.
But it's still not good. Like it can be. I maxed out Hulk to my max. Like I could not do anything else with them, and it was just still shit. And I was like, dude, I can't
See,
get
that
into
reminds
this
me
anymore.
of Ultimate Alliance when it first came out. The first one,
I'm
where
glad
you had all these characters that you
Yeah.
could play,
Yeah.
you could max
Yeah,
out and
it's
get all
not
the
good
abilities
anymore.
upgraded for it and everything. Which was kind of cool because you could pick. There was a wide variety of like comic book characters, which was cool.
Yeah.
Once you did the campaign, you could play online, but it just wasn't fun.
Number one, I can't say this enough. I love the online multiplayer. They need a better backstory campaign than what they made, but it was Battlefront 2, the newer one. I was into it. I liked how they brought in everybody like from the original trilogy and stuff, but they should have done something better than some girl on a Inferno squad. Like I just didn't care for that story.
See, I feel like because you can even look at it like if you go to like specific characters for whatever squads and stuff. You go to the heroes,
Right?
And there's so much stuff for specific heroes. Like you have Rey. Rey has like 8 different costumes and 8 different themes, right? You go
Fuck
to Vader,
Rey.
You go to Vader, you maybe have 2. Maul, you have 2.
Yoda, you have only 2.
Which I can understand the lack canon thereof of costumes and stuff, and then you go to like the troopers, and you have maybe 1, maybe 2. I know there's one character. I think it's the specialist on the old Empire.
Mm-hmm.
You have 1. You have no costumes.
They need to remake that.
Maybe
Or
put General
update it.
Grievous as one of the characters.
It is. He is.
He is?
If you made,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you made it almost
Like not the
a Call of
campaign, but
Duty
he's on the
aspect,
online
where
multiplayer.
you can customize your weapons and customize your
Love that.
troopers more.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Like
He's
you can
literally
do heroes
it's not
and
my favorite villain.
Well,
Here's
still
how
keep
bad
it
it
hero
got.
aspect.
They added BB-8 to the heroes. They added
Yeah,
on
the
online.
droids.
They added BB-8.
BB-8? What the
Yeah.
fuck do they do? Roll you over? Roll over you?
Electrocute you. That's it.
That's
This
the only
is what's
one he
frustrating.
has.
They have BB-8, right? They don't have R2D2.
Yeah, they don't have R2D2.
They have it's basically BB-8, but it's
Okay,
like black.
R2D2 can
Yeah,
It's like
for
an
that's the
Empire.
Empire.
And that's the
That's fucked up. They put BB-8 and he can electrocute you. Whereas that's all he fucking did in the movies. Whereas R2D2, that motherfucker can fly.
He can
Spit
fucking fire.
He can spit fire. He can
Electrocute.
electrocute you. He can slice for you. He can do all
You
kinds
can
of
fix your
shit.
security.
That's
He is-
slicing.
He is
Oh.
kind of slow, but still he's so cool.
Yeah.
And they added BB-8, and I was like,
Hello, he is not slow.
no, like he was being dragged by a ship tilting.
No.
No. When he came spinning out whenever.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
Okay.
Be going up, not down.
Okay. So that was all at 5.
That was that was it.
I forgot to say my honorable mentions. I have 2, and they both come from Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
GoldenEye
Yeah.
The original FPS.
Tom Clancy.
and fucking Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
I have never gotten into Legends of Zelda.
I-
never had Nintendo,
You know,
so I just
I never did
I
either.
would not want to see the original Legend of Zelda remastered for the simple reason of nostalgia.
It's
I
like
would
Mario
not- now,
64, right?
No, that's for the original
Nintendo.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what it's called now. Is like if you buy like
Almost 3
like
hours.
Mario,
Oh, yeah.
they have all the new games remastered and stuff, but
I mean,
you have
you
slightly
can-
remastered, same
It-
graphics, Mario 64.
You could clean up the
People are gonna
graphics
see
and make
it's
them a
Also,
little
we never
less
read the
hazy,
fucking comments.
but the 8-bit,
Yeah,
it's just the whole fucking thing is nostalgia.
Yeah.
Look at that and be like,
yeah, just make it
Nope.
smoother. And nope.
Just smooth
Just
out
like
the
Mario.
edges, but keep it 8-bit. You know.
Whew.
That rounds it up, right?
That about rounds it up. So, yeah, this has been a fun first episode.
Yeah, it's
And the
lovely.
fact that I was live stream and, only like a certain amount of people. But anyway,
Well, maybe if you edited your videos,
Yeah, well, guess
put
what?
thumbnails
You
on
can't
them.
do that with live, but
I
you
do.
can do that with
When it
live.
up-
Once it's up.
Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, from now on, I'm not-
thumbnails on your screen.
okay, I will. But guess what? But guess what?
What?
From now on,
the only
until
thing-
episode, if we ever get to episode 100 of fucking podcast, from now on, it's gonna be pre-recorded.
The only thing bad about this is if you pre-record it and try to post it, it can only be 15 minutes long if you're not monetized.
No.
Yes, it can.
No.
Yes, that's
Nope.
the limit. That's the limit, Jared. I can't post more than 15
Well,
minutes
check it out. Check it out.
On your PlayStation?
Check it out.
on
Jared,
my YouTube at all,
Jared.
from my phone especially.
Jared, this is how it works.
And
You
so
can
subscribe to
post-
him.
You can post a video as long as you want. That's
Represent.
fine. But you can't post it without
Represent.
getting monetized.
You.
So, for instance, if something is said like derogatory or somebody for copyright reasons or for whatever, you're monetized.
Yeah,
You
well,
have a video that's longer than 15 minutes without prior setup, and that has to go with your editory software and everything like that you do when you post a video and stuff. You can set it up that way where you can't get demonetized because you have those things in place. But since you're doing something that's more than 15 minutes,
To be
if
fair, people
some
like short
people can
videos
still
anyways.
Yeah.
hit you with it and your video can get demonetized.
yeah, well, fuck them.
That's how it works, baby.
All right, well, that was the first Hebert Zone podcast. I thank y'all guys very much for coming over here, and I'm surprised you two showed up. So,
She
but
came to my house and grabbed me, so I kind of didn't have
And you technically kidnapped me.
by the way, did that chloroform so funny to you?
You could use a little more hint of raspberry.
All right. Well,
Over the counter
Well,
shit. You sick
And
fuck.
one thing, you're gonna have to keep dressing up like
Oh my
this
God.
every fucking time.
I will give him an orange porka.
We have got.
Kenny.
Oh my
Oh
God!
shit!
Yeah.
Hey, why do you make me a
He has the slim for it.
It's not, homeless.
Well, to consider the fact that my hair likes to act like a fro, I guess I have to be the fucking Jew.
All right. Well, I guess every podcast, this will be my setup. All right. This will be my.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna have to cut it here at fucking 3 hours. Holy fucking balls!
People are gonna see this.
I'm gonna have to start dressing up like Randy Marsh.
Sharon, hey Sharon.
Sure. See this.
Sharon.
Well, anyway, thanks for joining us.
I am both.
We'll probably do this every once in a while. Don't know when. Maybe once every 2 weeks, or maybe once a month. Who knows? But hopefully, you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, yada yada. You know that common bullshit. All right. We'll see you later.
Don't forget to hit
How many
the
times
thing
have you
for
done
the.
that?
Already 5 times. Because I
Yes.
thought we were ending
Click
it.
the
Let me do
notification
it
bell.
one more time.
All right.
Check it out,
Deuces. You bunch of bitches.
Oh man.